สำหรับผู้ชมที่ชมอยู่ตอนนี้นะครับอย่าลืมกดไลค์กด Subscribe Channel ให้ด้วยนะครับและติดตามการสตรีมของผมได้ที่ sooflight.com ครับลิงก์อยู่ด้านล่างครับเซ็งว่ะ
คีบ
ที่เหมือนเขามาตัวเดียวเอง
FUT need to get this map but something's got that up
ดอกเหี้ยแพ้เลยเหี้ย
attack side gecko up
แม่งมึงเสือกเล่นคอมเดียวกูเหี้ยแม่งเสือกไง
I'm interested to see how well that works here. YadaJ is a pretty good safe pair of hands. If you look at him kind of being a bit of a rock for this team, he can absolutely be that. So got to be on red alert. Already a little bit of a deeper look for FUT over down towards kind of A main. They're just going to leave, I think, out of captain there, refreshing that one way. They can loosen up one of the players to maybe hit a rotate early.
No Soba on the side of PRX means that this trip, you basically need to use paint shells to take care of it.
Very tricky.
Unless you walk all the way out, basically.
Yeah.
Ah!
And that's the operator
Ôi,
showing
Olaf
a quick
của dạy
evacuation
ơi.
to make sure they don't get caught in that swing. Dizzy goes up. Mosh to be sent. The YadaJ threads the needle. He finds a pixel out of place, and that's Jing. Gonna somewhat deny that early springboard forward. Mr. Fallen has to swing and fight. Manages to keep himself standing, but now the pressure's starting to mount here. This is that bloody battle we're talking about. The rotations are coming in, but Divide keeps some pressure off, keeping it at 4v4. Plants in play.
ไม่ไหว
Market gonna be denied by the wall. At least for now.
แฟดมั่วเลย
Sent on the other side to clear through close on the site, but catching Forsaken, trying to backpedal. Stunning work from CNED. Paint shell as well. Something and that operator are going to have to be praying for a connection. It's not working. As Mind Freak now overwhelmed, outnumbered, and put down. Let's slow this down here, Josh, because that's 4 standing again. They're handling this well, and they could potentially get an operator if they fancy it, but if they don't.
Right as I write down about the difference between G2 and FUT is that G2's teamwork looked so good, and FUT, it wasn't there before, and that was one of the things. They couldn't convert a lot of these rounds, these situations where they had the man advantage. But here, again, I was thinking, okay, what's happening? Mr. Fallen's still in, but the rest of the teammates have backed off into spawn. What's going on? They need to be on the same page, but I mean, they just won with 4 alive.
This is a really good look for FUT. PRX on the Guardians, Sheriffs. You heard it.
CNED down mid. They love this play.
ไม่ได้อะไรครับ
Certainly do. It's something we've kind of
ได้ข้อมูล
had
เย
in
อะ
our minds a couple of times throughout regular season over in EMEA.
ถ้าแม่งตายกู
Find the
รู้
value
เลย
he wants.
They have the whole map basically under the control. The only thing that's really weak is that B main area, but it's going to be hard to break into that with just Sheriff, Stingers, and a Guardian.
But can they find
คุยบอส
Cracks is trying to keep him secure, helping him on the cross towards. What a shot!
Wow!
This could be a tragedy in the making. Yeah, the weapons are deep, but they could be definitely recovered. Massive for Forsaken, and he's got his ult. You got the rest with Divide. You've got so much to play with here.
เหี้ย3 Pacific ต้องเข้า
The only
เข้า
weapon
ไป
they
ออก
couldn't
หมดนะ
recover, I think, is the one by the market door. So yeah, you'll be chuffed with
เพราะ
that.
ตอนนี้เหลือ3แล้วฮะ
Still a rolling
ไปแล้ว
thunder
1
and a res available.
And it's just a constant reminder of, you know, you've got to respect PRX for the mechanical capability at the bare minimum.
ดูเซต
Straight
อัพ
on
ดิ
in, Mr. Fallen going to find
บอล
one
แบ
on
ง
the
ตาย
cross.
โดนสแปม
That's
ก่อนตาย
Forsaken gone down, but then the res. We noted it earlier. It's in play. Looking at the flank though, YadaJ, the timing, I think it's being considered. Yeah, already Devi's got a banging shot from Devi. Gets himself a nice little upgrade as well. Oh, they are loving this. You're going to need heroics from Mr. Fallen now. The captain, no shot at that, PRX. You are never safe against this side. A cold, quick reminder of it. Mr. Fallen going to have to face the music here. Can he take it on with him? Just 1, 4 alive on the other side. Yeah, the res got used, but now they got fish off. They got all the upgrades. They've got to be smiling about that.
When I'm sitting here talking about this game right now, everything's on FUT. FUT needs to do this. YadaJ needs to do this. CNED needs to do this. The reason why I'm saying that is because PRX are probably the favorites here. They have that teamwork. They know how to just move in together. They're so deadly. I don't know if FUT had any chance to even react to the first 3 of those deaths just instantly taken out. It is definitely on FUT to be able to set a precedent in this game. And if they can't do it, PRX is going to run over them.
งงไปหมดละ
Early fish ult. Exchanged. But it's seen it find something. So very early damage from that. Looking for more. But going to take all the space, want the ult back.
Into B site they go though. PRX. We get that spike planted. FUT don't care so much about this though. They do that defensive smoke. They're able to play out that spam battle, but this Rolling Thunder coming in late from Forsaken through Market, I believe, is what's going to happen towards the end of this round.
Yeah, can they clear sight? Yeah, so they're all going to come back around and clear.
Cash
It's going to go around the
Hey,
world.
Cash.
Mike.
Should just clear towards this. Now they can focus the rolling. Oh my god,
Cash
flank on
is
the
gonna
flank.
be
Hold on, the flank on the flank.
Well,
Device
let
gonna
them
find T-Ned. Wait, Device still trying to brawl this out. And now
Umi
Forsaken
anti na,
getting
Umi
closer
anti na.
step by step, but time is dwindling. It's ticking. Here comes the ult from Forsaken. They have no idea about this. And suddenly, dazed and confused. It's all topsy-turvy. And it's
Ooh.
PRX again.
เล่นเป็นเล็กแม่ง
Perfection.
ดุว่ะ
With 3 standing.
แม่งดุจัดอ่ะ
ต้องนี้ดิ
I'm
เล็ก
so impressed with them so far, Josh.
That was a great read. They set that up so early into the round, and it's another round where FUT has that opening advantage. CNET getting that kill onto something, and then being able to keep that. It's not like they got instantly traded. Forsaken, though, just waiting in that tiles area, waiting for all the defenders to come out. They know.
เป็นธรรมดา
Smoke
ของ
comes
สัตว์
into
โลก
play. You send that wingman onto the
ลม
spike
ต้อ
for
ง
the
โดนครับ
defuse. Everyone's going to start putting the pressure onto main, not allowing any space to breathe. Forsaken's the backlines with the Rolling Thunder.
And now the onus is on FUT to do the same thing back to PRX that they did to them earlier on. A hero rifle with cracks, a couple of
แต่
sheriffs
เอา
and
ส
a
โตน
stinger.
ยืนคู่
If
รู
there's
เบ
a
น
round to do it though, it's FUT on sheriffs. This is I've seen it time and time again.
You're right.
I'm not going to talk about it any more than this. I don't want to jinx anything.
ตอนสโตน
It's just
It has happened.
it's happened. It'd be a deja vu.
Would be, but
โอ้แล้วปืนนี้ใกล้ๆครับ
work from
Boom,
our
man.
captain. Oh my god!
โอ้
And a
เกือบตาย
headshot.
เฮียยังเฮดช็อตอยู่อ่ะ
Okay,
Nó
and
đồ
now
Nico
Crack's here.
lười.
The hero's made his way towards the
Lười.
site with that
Yeah.
rifle. And maybe
ตัดวินโดว์
the curse
ตัด
can
เละ
be
อะ
activated with just the slightest.
ส่งฉายาวินโดว์หัวตัด
It's all on you. It's crazy. You hate them like this. But yeah, Forsaken and Mind Freak. Yeah, it's not impossible. None of the weapons got really recovered here. That's going to force them into an uncomfortable position. Mind Freak rewarded towards Cracks. A little TP, but 32 HP. Clearing through, though. That's going to be a good couple of kills. 3 already for him. Eyeing up his 4th, and it's all on Mind Freak now.
Ultimate.
30 seconds TP. He'll send him scattering. And he
Ow.
commits. Camera's still there.
Missed though.
Oh, that's
ไป
unfortunate.
ครับไม้ฟรี
Gonna get the plant. Where does he reposition? They are both low HP. 20
Winnable
on the
นะ
J, 11 on Mr.
มี
Fallen,
สโม
but
ก
he's
ด้วย
not
ตัว
sitting
สโม
great
ก
himself
ด้วย
too.
Grouping up from FUT. I like
One
this.
wayนะ
Didn't like how they were splitting
ไม่น่า
up.
มีใครมา
Now
นะ
they have to make their choice.
Just have to bait. Mr.
Wow.
Fallen's 11 HP. Yetaji's
One
20.
way term, one way
Send in
term.
first.
It's a bit of a sophie's choice, isn't it?
Why?
Pressuring the one way. No, gonna commit for a closer smoke here. Wait inside it. Hold his breath and
เวลาหมดแล้วมั้งไอ้เหี้ย
it's a player slipping on through time, starting to dwindle. They gotta get a move on here. Stun comes in. He's gonna know where it's come from. Oh,
Oh.
Yetaji! Just hitting towards him in that smoke. They find it. The time not close enough to be a problem. Diffuse is there, and they do it right back to him. Josh, I can't believe you brought this into effect.
I've seen it happen too many times.
Yeah.
I've seen it be able to be what FUT needs to get their foot in the door. I've said this line before, everything's deja vu, and they are a momentum-based team. So getting around like this, it's this next round after it. If they're able to pick up this next round, then they start running away with
ในไทยครับ
round after round after round. And nothing sets you up a little bit nice like that.
โดนทิปตี้คืนแล้วแล้ว
That
พอ
stinger
เลย
lineup, right? Elbow, that set up the entire pace of everything.
Look, EMEA using stingers, I get nervous. If
Yeah,
it's an
but
NA
heck,
player,
bye,
I'm like,
bye, yeah,
easy.
yeah.
That's probably 3. But finding
But heck,
both
bye,
was
pump
incredibly impressive. Had a captain doing very well there. Again, he was one of the main players on that
Heck,
side. I
bye,
think he was a very late rotate or a later positioning from
Yeah,
Cracks to
to
come
J.
back over. He was kind of soloing deeper towards elbow. So for him to find both, very impressive. FUT gonna pump the brakes, so this is their timeout. And I think you were right in highlighting the value of that round then has to be kind of reciprocated going forward. It can't just end at that one-off. Can they string this together? Has there been enough seen? Already you can see guys, they're really going through it, having a chat with boys. Very animated as a coach as well. We kind of have this on both sides as well for Alex too. So this will be quite a fun one.
Imagine calling a timeout after you win a round.
I mean, it's
right?
a very FUT-esque thing, isn't it? Right? It just kind of like highlights what they need to do going forward, because I still think, apart from that round, it was 2 back-to-back for PRX.
Yes.
Right? These were very good, strung together rounds, clean
น้ำ
enough.
ว่ะ
They had a good grip on the
กู
game.
ไปขอ
We've been here
ก่อนแล้ว
before, though. I can vividly remember just line by line talking about how FUT was in so much control, and then when they played it slow and forced the other team to play their game, they were chilling. But then you know, they get that lead and then they start going CNED down mid, CNED push B main, they start losing the rounds. Have they learned from all those mistakes in that second stage of the EMEA split? Have they fixed those things? Because that's where they need to pull it out and make no more mistakes.
Right, it looks like a stun and gun here already. Mr. Fox, they're going quite deep on this. Wait, and look at CNED
down mid.
His positioning is everything. Teed up. Oh, denied something. It's gone. They've got to get away. This has all gone wrong. FUT are going to be scrambling on this one. You did not expect that shot to deny CNED. Left them just condemned in middle, and now they get an early man advantage, still above a minute, with so much util invested. Cosmetic stuns everywhere.
I mean, what did I just say, though?
I know.
And the saving grace here, though, is this is one of the rounds that FUT could actually win just because Yetajay is the player to defend a site right now. He's got his trips up. Not if this happens, though. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's an inch into the round. Op still up for Devi, but a 3 versus 3.
It's Devi on the operator as well. Keeping control of the back lines, allowing the two players still towards site to focus on CT and maybe that swing back in from short. Krax and Yetajay getting a step closer. Still got Wingman and Mosh.
Showstopper, maybe?
Oh, there we go. First and second spotted. Timing, actually, hold on, not clean for Jing. And the slow eventual creep from Devi, but they are there in time. Working in unison, PRX right back to it. And you're right, you've kind of given me the nostalgia of what we were disliking about FUT at times when they overdid things. We got a little too aggressive when they played into it, and PRX looked very ready for that. Or, well, I say ready or not, it doesn't seem to matter because something hit that shot, and that was it.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, when that happens, it's kind of sad. It's, well, what can you do about it? It was a good play. That's what you are kind of thinking in your mind. But was it actually a good play? They called that timeout after they won on an eco round with those sheriffs. But now look at their economy. Was it really worth it? Sure, if you win that round, you can get another round under the belt. But if you lose it, this is the situation you put yourself in. Maybe that's what they need, though. 3 sheriffs and a stinger. I've seen this before. And it's Krax as well is going to be the first point of contact. I saw him with this sheriff.
Oh, that paranoia. Hold on, wait a second. The catch is only one. Krax still alive. Jing sent the rocket, but it didn't work out. It's Forsaken out. The captain once again with a stinger. Running and gunning and finding a body. Jing goes down and an upgrade gets found for CNED. Suddenly a 4v4, and they're surrounded on the site. Devi's got a lot of work on his shoulders, a lot of pressure there to make sure they don't get... That wasn't clean, but it's fine in the end. Mindfreak gonna find some security towards CT, focusing everyone back towards those other areas that could pose problems.
That elbow wall.
I feel like they might have done enough here. We'll see what Yetajay, CNED, and Nada Captain can do, but... Position's already looking very secured. Forsaken just has to keep the flank safe, which he's going to be doing behind that wall. Leaving the rest of PRX to focus on securing the site. The smoke goes up. Almost a pixel spotted above. Mindfreak good for 1 and a second. He's doing well this round. Yetajay. Oh! What is that? And now 1v1. No time is against him, though he knows it. He's heard the run. All of that for nothing turns into just tears in the rain for Yetajay. Another round for PRX here. And FUT, I mean, they got close that time, Josh, but close is not good enough now.
Close isn't good enough. They're trailing by 3 rounds right now on their defense side. Yes, they get to finally get an op-out. Round 10, they have a couple of ultimates to work with, but FUT, they can't make these mistakes. They need to convert these man advantages they get, and PRX is doing such a good job. They don't even have a Sentinel really, like, yeah, sure, they've got the Sage. It's that wall that's being used to prevent flanks right now, and FUT's trying to go for these flanks. Yeah. It's just not working with that wall up.
PRX starting off with a look towards middle.
Extremity control for FUT, but PRX stole all of middle in the process.
Yeah. Finally get to see CNED with that operator, though, something that we were kind of holding to high standard. He didn't have a good game before, and another miss.
Oh, CNED.
He's trying to maybe play in Yetajay, but they seem a little paranoid about it, a little bit worried about this. Does he get cleared? You better hope he does. That Dizzy doesn't find him, and he gets let loose! He thought last round was good. This one's just as impactful. 3 back-to-back. Okay, did you miss the easy one, but you hit that, dude?
30 degree.
Apparently so. Something now in a 1v4. And you're seeing a real heat up here from Yetajay. You're seeing CNED starting to snap. This is very, very difficult for him.
เอาแย่
None of the
แย่
utility to bank on, so it is just the gun in hand, really. Making it costly may not really be his paramount focus. 6 to 3.
30 seconds left.
Looking like 4, quite likely for FUT.
พี่ยุทธเอาให้รั
To
ว
go towards market. Nice from something, and that, yeah, you put him on red alert suddenly. Not so confident. They backpedal away. 19 seconds though.
ประมาทไม่ได้นะมิสเตอร์แฟน
Try
ตาสติก
and
อ่ะ
add doubts in their mind.
Do they use Thrash for this though?
That's the question of respect. How much does it make him nervous? He's cleared
10
CT,
seconds left.
but he doesn't really have time for this. At bare minimum, Ada Captain can just wait. Yeah, ran too low on time. Give him maybe 20, 30 more seconds. Something could have happened. It
คือไม่
wasn't
ได้
to
กะชนะ
be.
นี่หว่า
But Yedajay, what a start there for him.
This is the two things we highlighted for FUT before the game started. Yedajay, defense. CNED will hit op shots. He missed the first one, made us start guessing, but then hits the second, which is a big flick. This play, the bait setup, the teamwork coming in for FUT. That was a question I had in the back of my mind. Is FUT going to display anything even remotely close to the teamwork that G2 displayed when they played against PRX? And if FUT's able to replicate this type of bait and switch setups, then they have a really good chance here. PRX down to Bulldog, Sheriff, just everything. Whatever they can afford. And a fast opening towards B.
Yeah, Jing's right on in there. Stinger ready, locked and loaded. Plant's going to be coming through as well. That's secure. He wants in. He wants Yedajay, but Yedajay's been the man so far. The flash up, he couldn't connect it. He couldn't gap close. And they keep each other secure. Some nice crossfires, some
แต่ว่า
nice
ตัวไกลไม่โดน
setups
นะ
here. The fish denied. Ouch. That's upsetting.
โอ้
Okay. More
เฮีย
of
ตัว
that.
ตัวหลังมันก็ยิงโดนนะตัวที่มันโดน
So
อ่ะ
we're getting back on. But already, CNED just going to... Huh? Okay. All right, a rocket or a pistol. It seems the pistol's better. Free gun, etc., etc. Mind Freak 1v4.
Oh.
Okay, not bad. Need 3 more of those, though, and time's starting to tick
Oh,
here. And
NT,
this one
Mind
was going to fade. Nice try. 3 still stand. They made it a little bit dangerous. Got a little bit dicey, but it was fine in the end.
We are now getting to the stage in the game. FUT did not get the pistol round. It's 5-6 already. If FUT tie this up 6-6, now I might have to switch the whole focus of everything. Start leaning on what does PRX need to do differently to break FUT. I do think when FUT gets onto their attack side in that second half and they get to set the tone, what does PRX have? Really, they don't have that sentinel ability. They have that sage wall, but the pacing that FUT like to employ on that attack side is going to be really slow. So this last round is so important. Rez on the board, Thrash on the board for the attack, one off Rolling Thunder as well. This needs to be a win one round for PRX here. They need the 7th round.
Similar beginnings. A little bit of a switch up. CNED committed over towards that A side. Going to take a lot of space from this Jing. Seems to be considering it, or at least doing his diligent look back. But this is a lot of space. That's a lot of space. Look at the freedom it's given the other players.
No trips. That enables CNED to take all this space right now. Took the extremities, denied that Rolling Thunder for Forsaken. So now they have to decide, are we going to go for the A orb, or are we going to go for the B orb? We're going to go for no orbs. Here comes the Thrash through market. It's a stun on Mr. Fallen.
Gonna be held in some trouble here. Fortunately for him, Fish goes the wrong way and Jing goes in towards the side. So they have the players in the right place. The wall's going to slow down the rotation, but again, right back to them with 2 big picks for himself. Plants there, Rez comes in. Paranoia comes through. Rolling Thunder as well. It's going to get chaotic here. Jing, though, leans forward, tries to lean ahead and gets denied by CNED. A 2v4, though. We're going to get a masterclass from this man. Maybe we will. But it's all on him now. In a 1v3, he's carved out the first 2. Oh, nice try. But still, PRX on the half.
They're ready to just lock and load here. Maybe waiting for Yedajay to get a little bit closer. But here it comes.
Yeah, that Dizzy is
เอาไปดิ โลกว่าเอาไปดิ
Notes even something that
High
far
jump.
away. Yeah,
Olympics.
it's
โลก
wild.
ก็เอาไปดิ
But still, we do have
โดนไปดิ
a shot from something.
เวลา
นี่
He
ไง
was
เจ็บ
the
เจ็
closest
บ
player to this, but he was already sitting very, very deep.
ไม่มีฮิวด้วย
He's going to be on that
Come on,
retake now.
bye.
We're looking at the
เฮ้ยแม่ง
damage.
คลาสสิกหมดเลยอะไรวะน่ะ
Pop that headshot down to 22.
ว่ะ
And here comes all the util scramble. Something has to play it forward.
แต่
The
ไม่โดน
rest
สกิล
player
เลย
back. He's now a
แต่ไม่
little
จ่าย
bit
แบบ
isolated from the
โอ้
others.
โหจ่าย
And
ส
they're
กิล
back fighting together.
จ่าย
Here
กันเละ
comes
จ่า
all
ยกัน
the
เละ
chaos. Seeing it on one. Mindful of the trade. A little bit of pressure from Yettajay, but still it's on the side that they're struggling. FUT holding it
Dulu lah.
down. And they
Klasik
just
หมดเลยนี่ไง
crumble. FUT did so well then, made it just a blender to
แม่ง
come
กาก
back
ไอ้เหี้ยคา
through.
เตหมด
FUT understood the assignment. They knew this is what's going to happen. Slow's going to come in with the one-way smoke, lock out Yetter J from that A link, and then they're going to be able to just come in and just converge on the site. The counter utility was perfect. Traded out and just nobody could advance with PRX. They were stunned. They were paranoid. They could not progress. And then they went into that blender. The Sage wall goes down. There's just crossfires from elbow, from sight, from A link. Nothing they could do.
แต่กูเปิดไว้รอแล้ว
For FUT.
กูพร้อมกดดูเลย
Especially after having so many issues on their pistols previous. Whoa. Such audacious tries. I mean, and you may as well. You've got sheriffs and frenzies.
ไม่มันฮิตดูบาร์กันเหรอพี่ตอน
Not
นี้
the worst idea in the world to try and make something happen, but
โอลิมปิกไง
they didn't get the reward they wanted. So PRX will be left trailing over towards the A side. Maybe they can catch a player, but you're looking at really.
คือมึงจะดูอะไรบ้างไหมเนี่ย
you lose two, Mr.
ไอ้
Fuller,
เหี้ย
and
ดู
the
แบบบุฟ
captain.
เฟ่ต์มั้งไอ้สัส
There. You want to keep cracks up, seeing it
จอง
up.
ไว้แล้วด้วย
มึงรู้ไหมว่าโลกมันหมุนยังไงเนี่ย
He is a little bit vulnerable here, Yetter J.
ร้านบุฟเฟ่ต์นามะเซนทันเวิลด์
Yeah, absolutely did.
จะไปด้วย
And
จองไม่ได้แล้วดิ
รู้
ผม
จักแต่ร้านบุฟ
a
เฟ่ต์
nasty player with this.
เดี๋ยวรอกลับมาจากไอ้นั้นไปปะล่ะ
During regular play in EMEA.
มึงเข้าที่มึงให้
He's
กู
read it. He heard the steps earlier. Yeah. Ooh.
นั่งกับพี่ป๋องเลยนะ
เออ
Goes on
มา
for another then,
ไป
not to be. Jane gonna get
ผม
himself
ไล่
an
พี่ป๋อง
outlaw.
เลยอะ
And the rest of it gonna be very hard to break
ดู
through.
แต่
You've
โก
got
ยาร์ด
a lot of distance to cover with those classics and now an outlaw. So yeah, not much more probably to be seen here. Again, they can afford to lose one more play. You don't want much more than that. And again, the loss of the outlaw, it's not the end of the world, but still they keep
มี
it
เมนูไหนดีอ่ะ
พัน
part of the
สาม
puzzle.
อะไรเงี้ย
ปี99 กับ 199ไอ้เหี้ยโคตรด้วย
7-7 will be the score line.
กดพัน
This
เก้า
is
แม่ง
kind of where we were looking to see if FUT's able to get into this position. When do we start talking about what PRX
จะไปป่ะ
needs
เดี๋ยวจอง
to do
ต้นเดือนหน้า
in order to take FUT down? Everything has been so far on what does
Timon.
FUT need to do to get into the game,
เอา
to get
เอา
that
ที่พี่
lead,
สะดวกได้
to
เล
be
ย
able to say to PRX, hey, we're not going to let you have your way. And right
เอา
now,
จริง
the
ไหม
first
ผมจะ
two
จองให้
opening
เพราะมันต้อง
rounds
จอง
for
ล่วงหน้า
FUT have been kind of
ไอ้เหี้ยตอนนั้น
towards
นะ
A, and it's not been met with like super hard resistance from PRX.
วันไหนอ่ะวันไหนอ่ะ
Now
เดือนหน้าวันไหน
kind of wondering,
Ê,
does FUT
ê,
kind
Tê
of
Nủi cho
slow
lông
it
vào
down
là.
a little bit, feel out
Đi vào Tê.
bounds a little bit, find out what that setup
Yag
is,
nè.
where that sage wall's going,
Ê,
or
nè,
they're
nằm
gonna
á
keep
nè.
going
เอ
for it.
อ
It's their canvas.
Chặt
How
chén
do they
hả nè?
paint it?
อะ
ไม่ก็เขาให้เยอะเกินไง
Start
Ồ.
bonus looking
ไอ้เหี้ยมันไม่
relatively
ไม่ตรง
Ê,
มันไม่ตรง
He's
ราคา
again
ไอ้
making
เหี้ย
a name for himself,
จริ
finding
งเจ๋งเลย
Divide.
อะ
แต่กูบอกไม่ต้องรีบกินนะ เพราะเมนูมันดี
Big
จริง
gap now in the defending side. You've got three players very isolated towards
ไม่นาน
A.
ไม่นาน
Puts it all on the shoulders of Mindfreak,
Last second.
and the Dizzy's going to find him. He's surely screwed here, and he is. Cleaned out, CNED's caught him, and the site's open. They're going to double check with the ult, but they've got what they want here. They couldn't ask for a better beginning.
Just save if you're PRX right now.
Surely.
Save the weapons into the next round, because right now, CNED,
When
he's
taking-
looking for blood.
ฟังเร็วไปปะวะ
He's gonna get it.
ดูดิ
Yeah,
Cái bên
drawing
lệch
more
đồn
than
ว่ะ
just one. He's going to find 2 kills in this
Mấy
round,
người
and he's
bên
secured
lệch
the
à?
entirety of CT.
แม่งยิง
If
เป็น
they
เล็
were
กแบบ
considering
ยู่เลย
saving
ว่ะ
before, now it's a must. You got something, and Jinx wanted to keep the weapons that they have. And I think this is the turning point, Josh. You were discussing when do we start looking at it from what does PRX need to do?
ปากกระป๋อง
This
นะ
is
ดู
now
ปากกระป๋องเนี่ย
losing out on a
Mấy người
bonus kind of
PRX.
in this situation isn't
Mấy
what
người
you're seeing. It was a
Talon
healthy
tại quay
purchase
King.
for FUT, to be fair. It was a very strong bonus. But still, that first gun
Mà.
round can really kind of set you up for the rest of the
Dính
series.
qua con này
at least
à,
in
Hữu
the
Đi?
map. So
À,
from
để đùa
PRX
ham nè.
perspective here, as they try to keep these
Nuôi
weapons
bên
in
này hả?
hand, they might get a bit of a challenge. So we'll keep that
หนุ่ย
kind
ร
of
อ
ticking
ไอ้
over.
นี่ดิ
But in your mind,
ไอ้หนุ่ย
that's
มัน
a
เล่น
loss
เกม
there.
อยู่
Yeah,
ไอ้ห่า
something better try and keep hold of that Vandal as tightly as he can.
เออ
What does PRX
ด่า
now
หัว
need to
ควย
do?
นี่
This
มัน
has
ไม่เคย
become a
อยู่
bit of
หร
a
อกมันเล่นเกมอย่างเดียว
critical situation. Do we
ดู
see a
สาว
timeout potentially?
Yeah.
I can imagine that's probably on the board
Mà
here.
lên-
But
lên
in
ngay.
your mind, what would you like to see the adjustments be?
If not this
Tiên
round
vào
coming
luôn,
up, then the next round PRX is probably going to take that time out, talk
Yeah.
about what they need to
Đây là
do.
Minh lên cả.
FUT
Không
really
phải lên
only
cả
have two main
พี่
openings
บูม
they
อยาก
do.
กิน
They
มา
do
ธรรม
the
ดา
split
เหมือน
เนี่ย
สาว
ถามไม่ดูดิ
we
เนี่ย
just saw in this round
ไปดู
where
มาเปล่า
CNED
มาเปล่า
and
Nama buffet.
Francis Gecko kind of work towards that B main area, push it
Đi vào.
back, maybe deal with whatever
Đi
trips are there, steal
2,000
the orb if it's free, and then they have Ada Captain sitting with Mr.
Tiền
Follow
nè.
towards that A side and kind of locking down that orb,
Tiền
listening to
nè.
the info, being able to pivot and react whenever they need to.
ได้ขอ
It's
สิ้นเดือน
on PRX right now
หากินยากนะบอกเลยนามะ
งั้นคุณดูเอาวันธรรมดาหรือวันเสาร์อาทิตย์
Don't worry about it, Alex.
Let FUT get to a point
หรือจะเย็นวันศุกร์
they kind of start making mistakes. We
Which
saw
they
that.
do.
มันเยอะจริง
They
แต่ก็
do.
สู้
They
ได้
get
เว้ย
very hungry to try and
จะขอ
get
ลองดูก่อน
information, take matches. There is a lot of that we've seen.
เฮ้ยกูอยู่วะเนี่ย
Yeah, and they've been
Yeah.
punished.
มัน
They've been punished
อ๋อ
time
ยัง
and
อยู่
time
ยังอ
again.
ยู่
อ๋อต้องไปอินโด
PRX,
นี่
if
อีก
they're
อ่ะ
able to start punishing FUT,
ใช่
when
กูไม่ได้
FUT
ไปอินโด
starts making these
เอา
overt
ไม่ไปแล้ว
decisions,
ตอนญี่ปุ่นไปอ่ะพอไปอินโดไม่ไปโอ้โห
and that's when PRX is going to start getting the rounds
เหี้ย
back
เหี้ย
into
จ
the
ริงๆไอ
pocket.
สัตว์นี่
Right now, it's going to be
ไม่รู้จะคำไหนมาด่า
difficult
มึ
to
ง
get to
วะ
that point.
แม่มึงแม่ง
The
เก่ง
stylistic
จริงๆนะที่
matchup
ไป
in
สรร
terms of
หา
how
เฮียอะไร
teams
มาจน
like to
ด่ากู
approach
ได้
the game.
อะ
And then also when we
เฮีย
look at the
ทำทรง
agents
ทำทรงไม่รู้
on
ไอ
the
สัตว์ก็
teams,
รู้อยู่แล้วกูไม่ได้ไป
I don't know
รู้
how many reps they have against a style that
ต้อง
FUT's
แบบมา
doing
ปั้น
with
ให้แบบ
this
ไอ้
agent
เหี้ย
composition.
พยายามสร้าง
And
ตอ
they're
รี่ให้
running
แบบ
a
แม่งมีอะไร
composition
มา
that
ด่า
ดูดิแฮะ
Decipher. You don't
กะหรี่
have
เลือกงานโอ้โห
It's going to be very difficult to
กะหรี่
actually
เลือกงาน
defend a lot of situations when it comes
คน
down
อี
to
สาน
how you're
เนาะ
going to play your retakes. And PRX is a team that likes to be very proactive.
Okay.
But when you're against this 2-1-2, very flexible
Yeah.
ไม่กะ
start
เที่ยว
with
นะ
the ability to
ดูดิ
pivot,
มัน
and then
เหี้ย
you have Yedajay that's
ติดหรือ
closing
ไอ้
these
สัตว์
rounds out. It's so hard. You have to thread
กู
the
อยากที่
needle.
นู่นแพง
The
ไม่
problem is
ไป
they're going to come back in with
ตัวอย่างที่ญี่ปุ่น
a
ถู
shaky
กกว่า
match. Now it's one of those where you feel that if James in the right place,
ก็
there's
นี่ไง
a real
กูอยาก
chance
ที่
he's
นู่น
going
แพ
to
ง
get
ไม่
the
ไปที่บอก
angle
ไป
but
ที่
paranoid
ที่
get
ที่
persuaded
โด
from
น
อ๋อ
continuing down that
ไอ้
avenue.
เหี้ย
So a little bit of an exchange.
มึงนี่แม่งเป็นพี่
โด
ดี
มต้องไม่มี
จริ
จั
ง
บ
ๆ
โกยาร์ด
Down, and they really want to try and play Jing in. He's fallen here. An attempt
พี่หนุ่ย
made, but it doesn't work
ปิดไฟ
out. And the rest do have
จะ
sheriffs,
เอาห
but
นูแล้วบอก
he was the one with the vandal. He was the one to
เสี
try
ยว
and
ดี
shoulder all
แต่
that
พี่ยัดตูดหนู
responsibility.
แทนพี่หนุ่ย
And
ทำไป
FUT
ทำไม
happy
ค
to
รับ
take this. I'll just stand there and go, okay, but at least they can pick up that vandal, take it back through. But already man
my
advantage above
ไอ้
a
คุย
minute. This is not how PRX would
เกา
like
หลี
to
ญี่ปุ่นก็พอๆกันนะญี่ปุ่นถูก
นะ
ปะ
ครับนักเตะอะไรอยู่ภาคใต้
นามะ
ติ๊กตอก
นามะอะไร
ติ๊กตอก
นามะจะเป็น
จอห์
Itufe
สตูล
Places that pressure towards market, towards mid with that
John
smoke,
Cena.
and now they come back out towards a
อะไร
5 versus
ไม่กินบุฟเฟ่ต์ครับ
5.
ตัว
They
นี้
spotted
นั
heavy
บแคลอยู่ครับ
defense on PRX thought,
ไม่ใช่
hey,
วัน
they're
นี้
gonna go back to
เดือน
B.
หน้า
เดือนหน้า
Guess what?
พี่
FUT,
เดินหน้ากันนับครับ
they played it right. They like to let the round
แต่
simmer
พี่
in
มา
those
ดู
mid
ดีเลยมอส
rounds.
ไอเต้มาใช่ไหม
With free
นาน
sight.
ๆที
ไม่
อะ
ไป
นานๆที
อ้าว
อะ
ทำไม
They've
อ่ะ
got the
แล้ว
weapons.
ทำไมอ่ะ
ไม่มีตังค์ครับหน่วย
And depending on who
Tăng
gets these
lên
last
với
kills, it's definitely going to be CNED looking for them to get closer to that showstopper for the next round, just to spiral,
Chọn mày
snowball
bẹt
with that
ช่วง
momentum.
เนี้ย
ไม่มีป่ะ
Spot on, 2 away for CNED. So already
พอดีอะ
be chomping at the bit
หู
for
ฟัง
that.
เดฟโซนมั้งไม่รู้อะ
Knocking. But with those sheriffs, you're looking at something to
Yeah.
instigate to the main man.
Paranoia as well needs to be huge for Mind Freak.
But the utility's still in play. You still got a dizzy there for cracks as well. There it is, sent through. Does it catch something? No, but CNED
Guys,
considering it, trying to go for it, denied.
Opening.
Good follow-up, hold on.
yes
Out of time, it's getting too late in the day. Those shots were fantastic. A valiant attempt, but you've got to feel the time just not on their side, and eventually that final line swings in, and
Hey, Bart, Mickey
they'll go
Boa.
down with the
ทำไม
ship,
เป
but
เปอร์ลีก
that's
โดนนำมาวะ
fine. 9 rounds for them, and this is the round you got to hope PRX was trying to
เพลินๆ
prepare for.
Made it expensive for FUT, but FUT has
ใครที่จอง
lots of
ตั๋วไป
money.
เชียร์ที่ญี่
They
ปุ่น
also
มันก็
denied Cena the ability to get
ทำไง
that
ได้ครับ
showstopper. He needs to get an ultimate or
ใครจะรับ
or
ผิด
a
ชอบ
kill.
อ่ะ
Now, if he wants to be able to use it on this
ใคร
round,
จะรู้อ่ะ
but both teams
ให้บู
so
เทนรับ
very
ผิดชอบ
close
มัน
to
ก็ไม่ใช่อ่ะ
multiple
เด็
ultimates
ก็ถื
coming
อว่าไปเที่ยว
online.
ญี่ปุ่นแล้วกัน
This could be a very
แล้วใคร
easy
จะรู้อ่ะ
comeback for PRX.
นั่นมันยกเลิก
Swing
ได้
it
ปะ
back in their favor.
จอง
It's
ตั๋วเครื่องบิน
not
ไป
going
อ่ะ
to be. I mean, I just say that it's
ได้ตังค์คืนไหม
be easy.
Dạ,
They
đúng
need
rồi.
to break FUT's money, and they
Mà
have
luôn nàn
probably
nàn
2
rồi nè.
more buys in a row. If PRX ties it up 9-9, it's still another gun round.
And it's getting to those linchpin rounds, though, isn't it? It's really starting to see the full weight of it. Early exchange again over towards A main. Something hopefully not becoming readable here. No, noted at least by the cam. It's going to
Không biết
take
đây là
down,
một cảnh
send
của
wingman
Việt
in,
Nam
clear
Cư.
the angle, allow Forsaken to try and play with this a touch, but got to be careful. Knife's edge. Doubling up towards elbow. Okay, a little bit of a setup here.
มันเป็น
Firing
ก
squad
รณีที่
Yeah.
ฉุกเฉินว่ะ
Both of
เนี่ย
them
ไม่
trying
มี
to
ใคร
play
รู้
off
ว่ะ
each other, but deciding against it and opting to slip back a little bit deeper. They're having to rescind, give up
เพราะว่า
something.
ซวยดีว่ะ
Jing's down mid.
ไอ้เหี้ยใครผิด
Timing on
ใครผิดที่สุด
Yeta
ก็
J
น่า
is
จะเป็น
everything in this round.
ก็รู้อยู่อ่ะ
Oh, the step heard
ไม่อยากพูด
and a man found. And now they speed up towards the side. CNED gonna just burst on in.
He's going.
Yeah, he's gonna go as
Anyway,
far as he
yeah.
can. He might
Anyway,
catch it.
good luck.
Oh, I got scared there. Easy, Tiger. All good in the end. Gonna post it, secured them the
Let's
site,
see,
but
không đủ lá lỏ.
man up for Paper X.
Good flash timing, maybe.
This could be nice.
ลูกแฝดด้วย
The timing on this is now gonna get awkward. No, he can't get away from it. Mind
ญี่ปุ่น
freak.
มีอะไร
Gonna
เด็ด
catch
ๆบ้าง
out the captain in the heels.
โอ้โหเยอะ
CNED
ครับ
now.
มันเป็นเมืองท่อง
Puts
เที่ยวอยู่แล้ว
Cypher
เอ้ย
on
ไม่
the
ใช่
line,
เมือง
gonna
ประ
try
เท
and
ศ
swing
อ่ะ
through. Catches Jin. Oh, the
ดิส
flash
นีย์
could
ซี
be perfect,
ดิส
but
แล
no.
นด์
Paper PRX still
ฟู
fighting
จิ
forward.
อันนี้
It's
ที่
two
พี่
left
รู้จักนะ
alive on the other side for FUT.
แล้ว
Cracks is one.
ยังมีอีกมากมายที่พี่ไม่รู้
Kicks into play. Cracks looks back to the left. They know where these two players are
อยากไป
now.
เหมือนกันแต่ก็
Wingman sent. They try and look towards the right side, finding Divide, but they can't take
ทัน
him
ไหม
down.
ทันไหม
Time starting to
เวลา
take him is to falling down so low. Wall goes up. He's
Bullets.
desperate trying to break it. He doesn't have the bullets left in the mag. Breaks the wall, but he can't take
แล้ว
the
ไม่ไปยิง
player
อันนั้น
off.
น่ะ เพื่อนไม่ปิงบอกเหรอ
Down to the
ว่า
wire, but they live.
วอลนั้นมันไม่ใช่อ่ะเพื่อน
PRX still in this series, claiming their first in the second half.
มันยิงผิดบานด้วย
2 more times, PRX needs to do this to be able to break FUT. They'll tie it up with 1, but here,
ไม่รู้จุ
Yedajay
ดวาง
getting caught in that back. That search from Jing down middle, wrapping that tiles area. This first kill
Massive.
opened this round up for PRX, and I don't think FUT is going to allow this to happen again. They're either going to go back to their 2-on-2 openings and just really make sure that they don't leave any gaps unattended, or Yedajay is going to change up how he approaches those lurks. He's going to change up how he gets either inserted, but here, I mean,
Jing
Jing's
doing
just going straight in.
things.
Why not?
I mean, oh!
They heard the wall. They know something's up.
Look at them looking around. They're annoyed, worried, nervous. Yeah, he's backed away.
Showstopper off the back of it at the very least.
That's
Silver
so
lining.
sick. That's the most PRX thing. I love
พี่
to
หนุ่ย
see
ทัก
it.
มาจีบหนูแต่ส่งรูปจู่มาหนูบล็อกเขาทิ้งเลยค่ะหนูเป็นแพนิคค่ะแฮชแท็กหนูกลัวนอน
And I love the fact they tried to throw that in. In round 18, they've gone, screw it, let's run that. Let's see what we can do. Throw was it a spanner in the wrench from GB?
Something like that.
หนอนรีโคน
They were trying to figure out that old chestnut, or I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
But right back into B main, how it goes. They realize, hey, that's no sage wall. That's no
มี
retake
ปัญหา
wall.
โลจิสติก
Yedajay
น่าจะเป็น
spots
เรื่อง
him as
ไอ้
well.
นี่ป่ะ
He's gonna live.
การ
He's got
ขน
that
ส่ง
off as
แบบ
well. Normally we see that
พว
on
กอุป
CNET.
กรณ์ต่างๆ อะไรอย่างงี้ไหม
I saw timing on the slow though. TP. Wow, the trade. Yeah, Forsaken goes down, but it's 1-for-1. You still have the fish ult with something. You still got
เรื่องแผ่นดิน
Jing
ไหวด้วยป่ะเห็นมี
with
ใคร
his
พิมพ์
ult
ไม่
as
รู้
well. It's
ใน
all
ใน
about
แชทนี่แหละ
timing now.
เมื่อเช้ามีพิมพ์มาแหลมๆว่าแบบแผ่นดินไหวอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Just left eviscerated. Spike loose on the site, and they try and backfill the space. Look at Devi's positioning, taking all of that real estate away. This is lovely. They stalled them out here 20 seconds. Back to the wall. Valorant, they don't have other options. They're trying to drift out of Captain away, but it feels like this round's a loss. Keep the rifles, keep the weapons. You're getting nothing more. What a fantastic start from PRX in that round. I love that. Getting creative in these
ใช่
moments.
ครับ มีเตือนอยู่
It was a good time to use it as
น่า
well.
จะกลัวเป็นแบบซัมติ
The
งหรือ
op
เปล่าครับ
recovered
ที่
out
มา
of
แข่ง
Captain
เข้า
once
ประเทศ
they
ยาก
lost those 2 players, 3 versus 5, whatever the situation was. Okay, I'm going to go 3 versus 4. Yeah, 20 seconds left. I'm going to go get that op, guys. Try to stay alive. They lost another player in the process, but 9 to
เขาบอกเห
9.
ตุผลมาแล้วครับ
We're seeing an op
อย่า
up
ไม่ต้อ
on
ง
the
เดาเยอะ
attack side here. The Rolling
Logistic
Thunder's activated.
หนึ่ง
We're
แล้วก็
going to
มี
see a
เตือนเรื่อง
res
แผ่นดิน
and
ไหว
Forsaken's
สอง
2 off his Rolling Thunder.
แค่
So
นั้น
FUT
ก็น่าจะเพียง
call
พอ
that
แล้วครับ
timeout. They need to talk about what's going on. They had
อย่าไปคิดเยอะ
that free birth of a few rounds, but now Yedajay is the first to take first contact on a couple of these rounds. Proactivity from PRX, moving around the map, trying to find out where they can find any sort of openings right now. FUT need to be better at dealing with that.
วงในต่างประ
Almost
เท
caught by
ศ
the Sage
นั่น
Wall.
วงใน
That
ต่างประ
boost
เทศ
up in B main, but finally caught at middle. Right now, it's
บัต
on
ฟิลล่า
any-
น่าจะ
It's
ขึ้นอีก
anyone's
ฝั่ง
game.
It's anyone's game.
Yeah, this is the
9-9.
turning point.
Yep.
The timeout obviously going to be from FUT side, but it does mean that both sides can check in. So it's not like it's just going to be a one-man show. But yeah, this is what we wanted from this series. I think a lot
นั่ง
of us
คิด
saw
คำตั้งนาน
a
โตเกียว
really
แมป
close game
เดียว
between
วิน
these
เดียว
two. This map was a little
Hong
scary
Kong
because of the
ทั้งนั้นแม่ง
records.
เปลี่ยน
You look
ที่
historically
ไอ้สัส
how good PRX have been, and FUT recently, as of late, it hasn't been their best. It's still been a good map, but they've been playing specialists. You look at Heretics, you're looking at some of the teams out in EMEA who've been very solid at this. They suffered losses to them, fair enough, but still, pound for pound, it was a scary map to start on. We're starting to see the fight back from PRX, though. The
ญี่
gap
ปุ่น
is
แผ่น
now
ดินไหว
closed.
ซึ่งคุณต้อง
What
ตัว
to
ไป
have,
เที่ยวกับครอบครัวพอดีเลย
FUT
ช่วง
have
นั้น
to show
คิด
us
ว่า
they
จะได้ไป
have
ดู
something
ฟู
up
เซน
their sleeve, a little one-off round, maybe a little set piece to run us. Because they've got a buy here,
แล้วถ้ามึง
but
ไป
that
สมมติ
money's
ถ้ามึงไป
starting
ดู
to
อ่ะ
run
มึง
low
รีบไปดู
now,
นะ
Josh.
I do wonder if off the back of that timeout
รอบ
from
แรกขึ้
FUT,
นมา
does
ไม่ได้ดู
PRX
นะ
do
มึง
something a little bit different? Do they go aggressive
Yes.
again? They've been
Yes.
finding those
ไม่เป็นไร
openings.
ย้ายไปอินโด
Or
ฮะ
do they try to do something
เจอเสียง
different,
กับบา
a
หลี
little
เว้ย
bit slower? Let FUT make the first play.
Yeah, there's been a hail of bullets over towards this side. Both normally willing to really
Yeah,
scrap
Holy
for
Thing
this
ครับ
space, but look how far they're searching.
That's Forsaken
ให้กูยังไม่
getting
ขัด
his
ฟุตเลย
orb.
อ่ะ
He's one off.
Ow.
One
Oh.
away
ฝุ่นแล้วนึก
from
อ
his
อก
Rolling Thunder would be huge.
But Divine and Mind Freak have to be so on the
Yeah.
money. They cannot drop the ball here.
The whole plan
ป
from
ระเทศไทย
PRX
ดีกว่า
right
อินโด
now,
ไหม
let FUT take that site. Let them get that spike planted. The flank's going to come into play.
Lovely slow. The
Yeah.
timing on this is
ไม่รู้อะ
great. It's just buying
It's buying time, yep.
Look at the flank. the pack of players, the three of them searching, but you still need to see the two in CT stay safe. Yedajay is going to take down Jing. They now know about the flank. They know what's coming their way. And this is a battle on two fronts. Firstly, starting in market, Mr. Fallen in the way. Trade off utility, and in we go. Something takes the first couple of steps forward. They're denied in CT for now. A little bit of an exchange of space there as well. The Ult can secure CT for FUT. They're going to make sure they got
Ascension ปีที่แล้วอ่ะจัดโดยออร์แกไนซ์ชื่อคิดว่าอันเดียวกันคือวันอัพซึ่งวันอัพเป็นอินโดมาจัดที่ไทยนี้พอมันมีปัญหาอะไรมันก็เลยให้วันอัพจัดที่ประเทศตัวเองเลยมันน่าจะเร็วกว่าเพราะมันเคยทำงานมาแล้วเดานะ
Here comes the pressure and the captain trying to survive takes away Divide. A 2v3 and they're falling like flies. FUT find stability in an incredibly chaotic moment there. Pressure through market, pressure on CT. A little bit of
ถ้า
everything
ออร์แกไนซ์เป็นอินโดอยู่แล้วเท่ากับว่าออร์แกไนซ์ไม่ต้องขอเวิร์กเพอร์มิทในการเข้าประเทศมาทำงานแต่ถ้าไทยมันต้องอาจจะต้องทำแล้วมันก็จะเกิดขึ้นภายในไม่กี่อาทิตย์น่าจะไม่ทันก็เลยจัดอินโดให้คนอินโดทำ
Right now, it's looking like FUT's going to pick up this first map, and we're going to be looking at Bind, where PRX needs to close that out if they want to see a third map. Because right now, FUT is in full control. They have that op still out, and PRX, they're kind of running out of ideas at the moment.
เด่นเลยดีจังหวะนี้ทุกคนต้องฟัง
With the pacing,
เด่นจัด
and they're closing out the rounds. These are things that they weren't able to do against EDG.
Forsaken. You're living such a...
Oh!
Keep going. I don't even care. I know it's an overheat, but keep going. And they're pressuring everything. It's a PRX round, right? We're down. Feeling the pressure. Backstall runner. Hit 2 shots with the sheriff. Why not? It works.
That body's not resable though. It's going to be a 4-3 in the favor of PRX. Guns up for everyone. Everyone's on a vandal.
ที่ไทยก็มีนี่
But stun for Mr. Fallen as well.
เห็นเขาบอกอร่อย
The
จัด
backlines are still secured. They still
เป็น
have
แบ
the
บ
cipher
สุด
up
ยอดมาม่าเลย
who's been monstrous. Keep in mind.
Slow smoke for elbow. All that fun stuff.
They can buy time here. And they're going to look to focus towards elbow. CT is where it looks like PRX are trying to mount the retake from. Already Yedajay turns, right place, right time with a shot. Eventually comes through from cracks. No trade on this. No next layer of pressure. Sits off the box, the time starts to dwindle. Jin goes down. These are individual attempts. There's the swing off the back. Divide now comes around. Too late in the day. As Mind Freak in a 1v3, running out of time, running out of chances. A nice attempt, but it was too little, too late. FUT again, up to 11 here. A valiant attempt from PRX, but not enough.
Not enough indeed. That is the last time that's going to be burned from PRX. They need to be able to pull something out right now. They need to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
A little bit of that PRX magic.
They do have that res, so aggression is still on the table. But what right now, I'm looking at how FUT is closing out these rounds. They were down a player. They got that hat info. They got into A. I love how they're dealing with these retakes from PRX. They're moving together. First, okay, we're going to push back A link. We use the wingman to clear out the close. We use the mosh, create a little bit of buffer space for us. Now, as soon as we do that, we pivot back and we start fighting spawn. And we fight from elbow. We fight from sight. We get back crossfire. Once they did those moves together, that's when I knew this is the
พี่บุ้มจะกินกลางวันหรือกินเย็น
no.
ได้หมด
This is the FUT that got
เทค
here.
โนโลยี
Yeah,
เดี๋ยว
this
นี้
is
แม่
the
ง
FUT
ทำได้หมด
that
แล้ว
they
ครับ
can be. This is the
สร้าง
FUT
แฝด
that
ก็ได้
got them here in the first place. And this is the FUT
ได้หม
that
ด
is scary to play against. PRX,
ได้หมดไม่ได้ดิกูเลือกไม่ได้เหมือนกัน
it's a best of 3 for a
ถ้า
reason.
จะแน่นๆก็กิน
Sunset
เย็น
is one of
เพ
the
ราะ
better
ว่า
maps. The Dust was pointing it
กลางวัน
out.
มัน
15 to 3 on this map. 7
เป็นน้อย
map,
กว่าตอนเย็น
win streak.
แน่นๆนี่คืออะไร
Is this the break
กิน
to it?
กินเยอะ
ใหม่ของโอ
This
ทับ
is
สปอร์ต
also no joke from
Go on.
FUT. They're picking this map
กระ
for
เพาะ
a
มัน
reason.
ขยาย
It's
มาก
one
ก
of
ว่า
their
ตอนกลาง
stronger
วัน
maps.
Oh, okay.
It looks like they've kind of come into this. The second
Well,
half
I
has
don't
been
hope
formidable from FUT. Honestly, this has been a very high class
โม
level of
ใหม่
game. And I'm going to be honest, you don't get easy games against PRX either. Even in just the smallest factor of mechanically how good they are.
เนี่ยเสาร์อาทิตย์ไม่ได้เสาร์อาทิตย์ว่างทีนึงคือ15กลางเดือนหน้าเลย
But right now, as you
ตอนอาทิตย์ที่
highlighted, as we
ถึงจะ
said,
ว่าง
FUT have come in
ที่เหลือเป็นไม่มีเลย
firing on all
ก็ได้อยู่นะ
cylinders. Now, PRX still has a
หน้า
small
ใช่ไหม
purchase here. It's far from what they
เก็บตังค์พอดีเลย
want. You've got a Guardian
ต้อง
Stinger
จ่ายตังค์เลยปะ
and
เนี่ย
actually another
ไม่ต้อง
Guardian
ไม่
as
ต้อง
well,
จองก่อนได้
and a Sheriff to round it out with something. Rez is
เอา
still
หัว
in play.
หัวรุ่นใหญ่รุ่นโตวะ
So how
รุ่นใหญ่
close
เล
were
ย
in that last
อัน
round
นี้
with
คือพี่อิงเลี้ยง
two
ใช่ไหม
Sheriff shots that gave them that opportunity. But patience being displayed by FUT now.
The
กดมา
2-on-2
แบบรุ่น
opening.
ใหญ่รุ่นแบบ
CNET cracks.
นับคนก่อน
Control of B main.
ใหญ่
ไอ้หนุ่ยเต้ไม่ไป
Setup is
เต้ไปดิ
LJ with that deep line. His
Bye.
outlaw in middle.
Yeah,
We've seen
bye.
this time and time again, just controlling those angles, those peaks.
ตังเยอะอยู่
I think FUT has a pretty good
Don't
idea of what the
Yoda.
setup is here. that it's going to be a heavy
ถาม
stack
เลยหยุด
towards
หน้าไป
A
อยู่นะ
with 3 players in a crossfire.
มันนาน
That's
อยู่อะ
usually what this sort of setup means if you're passive on B.
นี่ไอที
No
ก็
real
ชอบเนี่ย
trap potential.
โอ้ยยันแม่งน่าจะต้อง
No
จอง
trigger,
ต้
no
องจอง
camera
เผื่อ
to
12
set it up on
ที่
B,
ป่ะวะ
and here it is at A.
แล้วมึงถามมาก่อน
Swing
ดีก
the
ว่า
fight.
ไม่มึงพิมพ์ไปใน
And
กลุ่
so
ม
far
เนี่ย
a
ไอ้ตัว
trade,
เหี้ย
not a
นั่น
complete miss from either side.
But that's the smoke down for the attackers.
Okay,
That
yeah,
means that
ดี
they
ๆหน่อย
need to be able to do a split here to end the round. If they go straight up through a main, it's going to be deadly for them.
แล้วใคร
Rez,
ไปบ้าง
not
วันที่ 15 เดือนห
gonna
น้า
be play.
แล้วก็
No,
เดี๋ยว
but
ทีม
it's going to be the fish off.
Ning,
It could
ning,
be a
ning,
big
ning.
difference maker as well. They can at least clear out the site, allow them some safety for the cross, but they've got to
Right,
follow
up.
it up and feel brave to do so.
Ning,
CNED, the one to feel bold enough. Oh, the timing on taking out the pain shell. He's going to do okay. He's going to try and secure CT. The one-man army so far, allowing that plant to come in and keeping down the numbers for PRX.
That one's Resable. FUT need to stay
Yeah,
ahead of this. They can't fall back into B main here.
ดูได้แพ้เหรอ
The wall is
ไอ้
still
เหี้ย
in
ไม่
play.
ได้
The
เดือน
res
หน้า
is
มัน
still
ไป
in
แข่งกัน
play.
ไง
Is this the
Didn't I,
undoing of them?
ว่ะ
Could be. Do they get punished on it? Divide,
เป็นไม่แน่วะ
waiting for this time.
Stun as well for Forsaken.
Yeah, there's the wall there.
อุ้ย
swinging
วอ
back
ดี
what
จัด
they have.
วอ
Oh,
ดี
so
จัด
good. This is great
Under the
paper.
เรียบร้อย
This is the lifeline. This is the thing that could save them.
เรียบร้อย
Still
วอ
alive.
โคตรดีไอ้เหี้ยบอกตรง
And a mistake from FUT when it mattered most.
These are things that we've highlighted. FUT making mistakes.
Wow,
We
ดีอะ
talked about. We said how good they've been doing in these post plants, about converting these rounds,
เจอ
about
วอ
how
ล
this
แนว
is
ยาวก็
the FUT that we
พีคไม่ได้เหมือน
came
กัน
to
อะ
expect, the
Mac
one that
that
got here in the first
เฮ้ยใคร
place.
ได้
And then what do? Right
Yeah,
after we
you.
say that, they fall back into B main. They know all these things are on the board and play. They have the wingman for the defuse. They have that wall to defuse behind. They have the stuns up.
Hell, they had the res.
They had all these things. I thought for sure
แล้วแต่
FUT was going to
ยิงหมด
stay
เลย
up ahead like they did it on A.
Oh, Jing
Down
is
middle,
flying
Jing.
down the map. Dizzy send. They've got no
Oh.
idea. And Jing
Tay
is
Yin, Tay Yin,
causing
Tay Yin.
headaches. This man is just mad, and he's got backup too. It's
ถ้าพว
not
กวา
an
โลต้อง
individual
มัน
effort.
ต้อง
There
โอ้
were
โห
others
ไม่
with him. You
ไม่
had
ได้เลยว่ะพี่บุ๋
Forsaken
ม
coming down as well. Divide
Bang,
with
yeah,
that
yeah,
operator.
yeah.
The cross going to be hard again.
Looking
Out of
for the
captain.
Kumba
Now removed
Nick,
means
yeah.
they don't have those smokes here. They don't have that ult with cracks to try and get them on the site. Is this the point where FUT falter? Looking to re-explore towards middle, maybe try and find a pick. Looking at the space, Yeta J is trying to
Yeah,
carve
then-
away on the A site, already exploring up towards elbow. But the quiet, the peace and quiet is going to be so loud in the minds of PRX. Where have they gone? What are they doing?
One of these orbs is either going to go onto the breach or onto the raise if the A orb's still there, but it doesn't seem like it is. It's all on. Yeta J needs to live. He needs to close this round out for the team. Let the other guys go first here. CNED in.
Mind Freak, does he live? Takes the TP out, spotted in the end, but it looks like you're gonna see that plant coming in a second. Cautious steps being made in a pre-take by PRX. They're already starting to come on in. Forsaken goes head first, but it's Mr. Fallen to find it. PRX putting up numbers. Mr. Fallen and Cracks though still alive in a 2v3. 25 seconds.
เนี่ยมัน
the
ไม่
plant
แพ้ว่ะ
just to be considered now.
มันมีชุบนะ
Divide with the operator and the res. Two
ปล่อยให้มัน
rifles
ชุบ
with the
นะ
others.
The timing.
All
Look
through
at
เรียบร้อย
CT. Mind Freak slips ahead. Near
เรียกโอ้โห
Noel. It's so
My Freak
clean. PRX
เชี่ย My
never
Freak วันนี้
down,
แม่ง
never
บ้า
out.
จัดอะ
Back. It's been an even
Man.
affair here.
คนเนี้ย
11.
Do it.
They've already made their wish.
They have.
They've already made it.
You're right.
มันทำไม่ได้เยี่ยมมันถือสกินต้น
This
ไม้
is
มาเดิน
this is the FUT.
ไอ้ซัมติง
จาก
มึงเบื่อ
การ
ปะเนี่ย
ล่า
PRX,
วัน
they're
ย้อ
gonna
นไหน
steal this
เด็ก
away
บ้า
from
น
them
กลัวจะ
right
ไม่มี
under
ค
their
นที่
nose,
ม
and
อง
it
ไว้
comes back
ที่
to
โต
that
เกีย
round
ว
on
เครื่อง
an
หมาย
eco
สี่เห
or
ลี่
like
ยม
some
พอครู
low
ซ้อม
economy
ครูไม่
buy
ยอมผม
FUT kicking themselves again. We've seen it before. No more timeouts.
จาการ์ตา
No
ร้าน
more
ย้อม
chances
ไหน
for
เด็ด
mistakes.
บ้างควร
Right
จะไม่
here,
มีโทน
next
ที่มอง
team
ไว้
to
ที่
win
โต
a round
เกียว
secures overtime.
But I've
พอ
seen
กูซ้อม
PRX
ไม่ได้ย้อมผม
before. I've seen FUT before. Both of these teams have known the highs and lows, how bittersweet it can taste. And already they are so close in
เดี๋ย
this.
วย้อม
This is
ก่อน
not
ไป
very
เอ็มบอก
spotted middle. Oh my god, oh my god.
โอ้
See that showstopper too.
เลี้ยวผิดซอยฮะเลี้ยวผิดซอย
CNED left in pieces. They didn't see it
เรียบร้อย
coming.
ว่ะ
เบรกนี่ไงเจอเบรกโอ้โหเล่นดีจัดดาวัย
You don't get anywhere fast
เชี่ย
here.
ดาวัยเล่นดีจัด
Just icing them out of the round, and PRX
Shit, that Wiley
starting to
did that
come
one.
alive here, but I'm scared though. It's still not over. FUT can still be dangerous, but
Oh,
Divide
that
doesn't
Wiley.
care. He's feeling confident.
โอ้
He's
โห
got
รออีก
Forsaken. He's got
โอ้โห
Mind Freak.
เล่น
He's
ดี
got
มาก
it
ไปเพื่อเล็ก
That's
all.
it.
He made it
โอ้
to
โห
12.
ไอ้เชี่ย
PRX finally getting back in the lead here. And
สุดยอด
FUT
ว่ะ
held on 11.
วันนี้แม่งมาจัด
They
แม่งเล่นกัน
waited
ดีเว้ย
patiently for FUT to make that mistake to
Valorant.
slip up, and once that happened,
Valorant.
PRX swung it around. They are in the lead. They've secured that overtime. They're going to steal away FUT's map pick here. Showstopper still available for the attackers. Res still in play, but not even needed. Also, Forsaken's one off his ultimate. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to secure that for him early and use that on a flank. If FUT is able to get into a site and get a plant down, but that AWP up for Devi, it's very oppressive right now.
เล่นดีจัดอ่ะ
But they're like, we're going slow here.
Yeah.
Omen ultimate.
ระไว
And
เลย
Yeta had been deadly up middle, so a lovely little bit of revenge there for PRX.
It's 2 rounds in a row.
แล้วดู
PRX
รอน
is
ดิ
waiting for this mid.
รอนอย่างตึง
First
อ่ะ
round
มุ
it's
มเนี้ย
Cena, this
ได้
round
หนึ่ง
it's
นะ
Yeta J. The 2 big hitters for this
GG ว่ะ
team. 5 versus 4 again.
อ้าว
Yeah.
Zed
รอน
equalizes.
Back, here we go, and he's going to take space. If Cena has to step
ที่
up,
มึงโกงแกตายไปโด
take
น
on
ได้ไง
the
วะ
mantle of being the big man himself, he will. He's already on 21. He's
วิ่ง
having
มา
a
ชุบ
good
รอนครับ
game.
วิ่งมาชุบ
Trying
ร
to
อน
secure CT to give safety to the plant. The res going
เน
to
ต
come
มา
in.
ไม่ทันละ
Paint shell goes over. That could be a little scary. Keep an eye. Any of the damage done? No,
โอ้
they're
เนตไม่ค่อยดีด้วย
fine. But it looks like a refight.
ดูแล้วหลังมันไม่มีตัวดูหลังแล้วครับ โอ้บอดดีจัด
This is where he
โอ้
gets
จีจี
He wants this done. He wants
GG.
map one, and he might just get it. It's
GG.
all down to Mr. Fallen, and he can't
ไอ้
do
เหี้ย
it.
คัมแบ็ก
ไอ้เหี้ยเป็นเปอร์เล็กโคตรโห
Bring
ด
this game back from the jaws of death. 13
สวยงามจริง
to 11. That is
แม่
the
งสวยงาม
favorite.
จริงไอ้เหี้ยเป็นเปอร์เล็ก
นำมาดีๆยัดแม่
เซตเดียวเลยไอ้ยเขาเรียกควอเตอร์ยืนเล็กเซตไอ้เหี้ยเลยกู
Need to. Otherwise, oh man, 3.
They
It's
get
just-
nothing. This is just an absolute masterclass.
อันนี้คู่แรกหรือคู่สอง
Finding
แบ
a
บ
wound and then pressing down on it.
เป
But
เป้โอ้โห
are
มัน
just
ว่านะ
hemorrhaging
บาส
in these rounds. Not
บาส
even
กับ
getting
บอล
a chance to take any steps
อัน
forward.
ไหนมัน
Pressure down
แต่บาส
long.
มันได้เปรียบตรงที่มันสามารถนั่งพักได้เว้ย
The map's not theirs.
บาสน่า
Yeta
จะ
J
ยืน
and
ยาว
Ada
กว่า
Captain
ดูจากเฉลี่ยแล้วมี
being
เคอร์รี่
hunted down,
36
being herded
Ball
down, and the
39
confidence is building and building. This could be the 4th round. It looks extremely likely.
บาสมันบาสมันได้นั่งพักได้
Clean as
ถ้าบอล
well.
มึงวิ่ง
Yeta J
90 นา
has
ทีน่าจะ
barely
ล่วง
left spawn.
บอกเลย
It's not a fun position to be in. This is the PRX that gives people nightmares. Nice try. It ain't good enough. A flawless round here, Josh. That timeout has to hit quick here. They are getting absolutely pushed around this server.
Timeout needs to come in. FUT need to pick up 1 round in the next. They need to pick up basically 2 out of the next 4 right now. Otherwise, I think PRX is probably going to run with this. They stole map 1 right under FUT's nose. Coming back from that, you know, it was a close
2-0 ว่ะ
all the way through. But right here, PRX
Share
can
line.
2, 11 to 1 even. Easy. And defense side, this isn't the easy side.
Because look at them.
Bye,
Money
Bennett.
finances
Come on.
are booming. The ults
Just
are going
top
to
of
come through as well. It's just
เอากี่โมงวันนี้เอากี่โมง
it's so hard. So it's this round
เรื่องเรื่องอะไร
has to be
Been
something. And FUT are walking on just
ครับผม
thin ice. Now they've traded effectively
Bennett.
this time. They've won an extremity. That's something.
เป็นขาดิเฮีย
And
ต้องเล่นอะไรวันเนี้ย
ไอ้ตราเพียไปได้สัตว์
conversion is must needed for FUT.
ไม่สน
The
เว้ย
Mind Freak, that's huge. Actually getting noted is big. They can try.
คม Mind Freak ส
You
วย
may see where he is, but it may not seem to matter. He's
คม
isolating
ร้อน
after playing the fully like
เหี้ยร้อน
boys.
เอ้า
Oh, what are we doing? No! An absolute fumble here. And how is it just on Mr.
Pro player,
Fallen? He's
yeah.
read it right for the timing.
ไอ้เหี้ย pro player เหี้ย ไอ้เหี้ย pro player
Breaking FUT's hearts. This.
ไอ้เหี้ย pro
They're
player ครับ
crumbling, Josh. They're crumbling.
That was a 4-3. He's not isolating the fight. FUT is doing what they did against EDG. They're
What are they
running, they're
doing?
scattering around, and everyone's they're trying to chase down the kills, but they're not doing it together. We talked about how they played those pose plans on
ไอ้เหี้ยของเพื่อนด้วย
A,
ประเด็น
on that
แล้วมันเดินเข้า
first
ไป
map
ทำไม
Sunset, and how
มัน
they
ไม่ได้
kind
ปา
of
ใส่ตีนมันเลยนะเว้ย
moved here together
มันเดินเข้าไป
in
หม่ง
tandem.
เว้ย
Did this, did that, shifted over there together. But here, what is this?
Woman
One
pala.
goes left, one goes right, one's in the smoke, one's
One's
over
in the mosh.
Yeah, and then he runs into his teammate's mosh, and like,
อ๋อจะไปเทรด
It's in the game,
จะ
boys.
ไปเทรด
on. This is
จะไปเทรดไอ้รอนเว้ยจะไปฆ่าไอ้รอนเว้ย
It's good. Yeah, this is just the toughest snowball.
จะไปฆ่าไอ้รอนจะไปฆ่าไอ้รอน
Gotta see more.
ใครก็พลาด
Got
ได้
to
อย่าบูล
see
ลี่
more. A
เฮ้
set
ยอะไร
piece.
บูลลี่อะไร
Get some stability. Get some assurances.
Bang
And
and
right
die,
now
no.
it's Jin getting some taken out at a captain. Mind Freak finding cracks. This is looking like curtain call here. There's only so many ways to say this.
Rebloid.
It's just perfect work from
6-0
PRX. 6 now. the difference between map 1 and map 2 is such a stark contrast. Josh, where's the timeout? They need a lifeline here. They need, I don't know, get out the resuscitation pads. What is going on? They have been just broken through this.
PRX has had a really good handle of the situation. Good aggression, good teamwork. It's not just mindless aggression.
No,
They're
it's
moving
not.
together, and FUT is making these individual mistakes. They're not catching their timing, starting with that pistol round. They missed the timing to get good B. Here, now it's just, they got to the point where PRX, they've got the momentum on their side. They're snowballing because they have their ultimates coming online. They're getting the momentum because their energy, they're winning 6 rounds in a row. Now, they've unlocked the ability to take a little bit more risks. It's not going to be that devastating for them because they always can do buy round after buy round after buy round. That they're going to go for these. They're going to be really aggressive. And FUT, they need to be able to convert these rounds. When they get those advantages, the 2-for-1 trade on showers, okay, cool.
That's
now,
a good start.
That's
what do
a
we
great
do now?
start. You have to convert in that 4-on-3. You have to still move together. And we've seen them move together. They were doing it on Sunset. Something happened between, you know, the middle of the game on Sunset until now. Something happened, and internally, we talk about on EMEA, the Vibe Merchant team, whatever. I mean, unironically, they are. And they need the vibes, and they don't have it right now. They are crumbling. It's going to be an internal crumble. So we have snowballs on 2 fronts. PRX snowballing in a positive momentum, and FUT just crumbling and spiraling.
เวลาแม่งไม่ค่อยดี
No, it's clear as day.
เวลามันแบบ
Whatever's happened in this
Look
timeout,
good.
guys, better have had a good word because you don't want to go out with a whimper. This is elimination. This isn't just another game. This isn't just
ชา
another
ติไหน
group
กูได้เห็นทีม
stage.
ไทยเล่นสไตล์แบบนี้
PRX.
ชาตินี้แหละคอยดูฟูเซน
Yeah, setting up the firing squad, and this could be
อันนี้
an
จัดอยู่คำว่าอ
execution
วย
waiting, and it absolutely
หรือ
is.
ไม่ก็แซะ
Body after body
ไอ้ยี่
dropped
นี่
it
น่าจะแซะ
again. A
ไม่อวยก็
2-man
แซะ
disadvantage to begin with.
คำพูดแม่งไม่
Something
จริงใจ
holding the line. It's easy
แบบ
for him.
ง่าย
They
ๆน่าโดน
look
อะ
so in the zone, so
น่าโด
comfortable.
น
As said, I can't stress it enough. This is the PRX that is nightmare-inducing, confident, aggressive in all the right ways, and hard
พี่
to
ครับ
get
แผ่
a
นล็อ
beat
กเมาส์
on.
ราคาหลักพันมันแตกต่างกัน
FUT,
ยังไง
for our captain, it's a formality. This
เมาส์รา
round,
คาหลัก
he
พั
wants
น
it
มันแต
done.
กต่างกันยังไง
Get
แตก
back
ต่าง
into
จาก
it,
อะไร
get
ครับ
that buy up, and get going, because this is a landslide.
อะไร
The
แตกต่าง
PRX
กับ
are
อะ
at
ไร
the top of the mountain right now.
The second flawless for PRX in this half. I think maybe 2 or 3 rounds where they had 4 alive as well to close these rounds out. It's not even like it's a close game where it's like coming down to the wire, the clutches, the one-on-one situation where FUT's kind
ถ้า
of
รอบนี้ฟูเซนไม่
faltering
ค่อย
at
ดี
the
ทำทีมต่อไหม
end. These
ทำ
are
ดิ
just
มันมี
so
ไอ้นี่ไง
one-sided.
They
ส
absolutely
ปิ
are.
3สปิ C
And now, this is the round the timeout was for. If there was a concept, a consideration, a plan in mind, you bring it in now. But does PRX then say, hell, we'll go aggressive somewhere else? They're going to throw a spanner in the works, give them something new to look at. We're going to have the ult coming down towards long. That should shut off at least that area.
เอามาเป็น
for now.
รุ่น เอามาเป็น
Funnel them
ยี่
into
ห้อ
some
อะไรอย่างนี้
place
น่าจะ
stack
ดี
on
กว่า
it.
นะ เพราะ IQ CK Heavy กูก็
starting with
หลัก
that
ร้อย
shower
อยู่เหมือนกันนะ
swole, pivoting back into short. They saw going aggressive.
และดีจัด
It's audacious and it works. He's got
Don't
the
let him get
support all the way
away.
out. They got
ก็หลักร้อย
Forsaken. But they still caught Zenit on the other side.
โปรเพลเยอร์ใช้
And Mind Freak confident. Gets punished this time. Mr. Fallen finds his man. They still know that there's going to be a player over towards B long. That Viper's Pit's still in
แต่ถ้า
play.
ถามกูก็ตอบไว้ก่อนเลยล่วงหน้าเลย
Nightfall as well.
ไม่รู้
I would not be surprised if FUT
ใช้
come
อยู่อัน
back
เดียว
into this B, use that Nightfall, lock down that Viper.
Logic
ถ้าผม
dictates
สมม
they
ติ
head
ไปเทียบ
towards
กับ
A.
อาร์ติซาน
And
ที่เขา
that's
นิยม
surely
กัน
going
อะ
to
กู
spur
ไม่
them
รู้
on now. Choices to be made, but they continue forward. The one man in their way, danger through and through. Personified at times is Jing, but he's noted and he's held back. Utility specifically to keep him contained. Device slow creep forward is already considered.
Say
That
hello.
ult being on B long
Say
kind of
QCK Heavy
tailor
here.
makes his trajectory. The first fight not going to be his. Mr. Fallen reads it well, and now Jing in an uphill struggle. A 1v4. Incredibly difficult, and it looks like FUT has probably found their first here. This
Texture
post-plant
chai,
position
texture chai,
strong,
QCK
a
Heavy.
high-low setup, it's secured. FUT carve out there first, but it took time to get there. 8 rounds.
We heard that roar from behind us as well. So maybe not completely mentally out of the game. 4 ultimates online for FUT. Round by round, if they can get it, I mean, 4 rounds in a row is not unheard of. If they're able to do this, 7-5, we have a game in our hands. PRX is in such a comfortable position still, though. They still have the money for the operator.
คือก่อนห
They
น้านี้
still
ใช้
have
แผ่นรองเมาส์
one of the ultimates, the
แบบ
orbital strike available, and
ใช้แบบ
they
ขอไปทีอะ
probably are still
เมื่อ
feeling
สมัยมหา
confident
ลัย
enough
อะ
to
ใช้
take
ใช้
these
เพื่อ
risks, to look
ชิวๆ
for
อะไร
these
เงี้ยกู
duels. one or two more opportunities
เราเริ่มแข่ง
for FUT
เก
to
ม
be
ก็
able
เลย
to get
ขยับ
back
มาเป็น
in
แบบ
with those kind of risks that PRX
อะไร
is
ที่แม่ง
taking
เรียกเป็นเกม
before
มิ่ง
PRX
เกียร์
needs
มาก
to
ขึ้น
kind of
เราก็เปลี่ยน
readjust.
เมาส์เปลี่ยน
And again, these ultimates start
แผ่น
to
รอง
get
เมาส์อะไรอย่างเงี้ย
well-rounded from
เพื่อให้
FUT.
มัน
They
แบบ
have
เส
everything
ถียร
they
หรือ
want,
ผล
but
ดี
a double
ที่สุด
stack towards Showers has been given a lot of freedom here. PRX are going to be behind the wire, deep in enemy territory.
ไม่สะดุด
Don't sit in lamps. That orbital strike's online. You have to take some
ก็
space.
ได้
See
มาเป็น
that
QCK
at the
พี่
front of
ตอน
it.
นั้นราคามันก็
Identifies this.
ไม่ได้แรงก็
I
เลย
think
กลับ
they
มา
noted it.
แล้วก็ใช้ยาว
Nightfall this time, and the next ult from Mr. Fallen as well. Fishel comes in, the reaggress through Showers. Jing gets caught. They've got to know there was another here. But Crack's going to be contained, and Mind Freak looking to punish. He doesn't get what he wants. There's a fight still in him. FUT not down yet, not out. Still trying to hold what they can here. Secure what remains in this half.
สั่งที่ไหน
There's
ไม่
something
คลิป
left
ก็
to
เหมือน
have
กู
to
ล่าเลยครับ
respect
แล้ว
this.
แต่โปร
The
โมชั่น
ESP
ช้อป
wanted
ปี้
Yeta
หา
J
ถู
once
ก
that
ๆได้
operator gone. Almost. He knows he's going to repeat. It's something. Of course he is. They are hunting him down left, right, and center. They've got him. They've got their man. Finally, they strike back in full force.
A convincing round. Big execute. Showstopper invested. And the foresight to understand what was going on. Good positioning from Cracks here to deal with this Showers play. A good fight, keeping it forwards. PRX, they take this time out. They need to understand, hey, you know, this is a couple of rounds. It's like they got defibrillated and their heart got started again for the side of FUT. And now it's like, wait, okay, you know, now they're starting to shoot back. Now we need to make sure, okay, we have a good lead, 5-round lead. There's a few more rounds in this half. Let's make sure that we close it out really strong. We can still get a 10-2 here. So that's probably what they're talking about. Hey, let's make a couple of adjustments. Let's slip a couple of rounds here. They have a real chance to come back in. Ultimates online. Let's not give it away.
ใช้ QCK แล้วก็ไป Logitech เข้ามิดเขาให้เขามีสปอนเซอร์เป็น Logitech เขาให้มาทั้งเซตเลยหูฟังเมาส์คีย์บอร์ดแผ่นรองเมาส์อะไรสักอย่างมึงอยากได้ที่อะไรบอกเขา
Such impact on those high days, but
จัดมา
it's
เลย
not been his day here. Mr. Falling, Yeta J closer towards the top of the board for FUT. On the other side, of course, Divide.
แต่ตอนนี้จบที่ Heavy
They're all kind of hitting. I think every single player, PRX is in form here. It's scary to face. There is no weak link.
It's hard to kind of look at the two teams
เหมือ
here.
นมันจะคนละเนื้อกันปะ
One team, we're talking
Logitech
about
จะเป็น
Yeta J, we're talking about
Heavy
CNET,
จะเป็น
we're
Control
highlighting these two players in specific. We're not even talking about the other three players on the team
ถ้าจะไม่
who
ผิ
are
ดนะ
absolutely good and have good value as support characters. But on PRX, it's like, who do you even highlight at this point? It's everyone is just involved.
Yeah, they are
The
the
Luna.
collective. They are the five. They
The
stand
Borg.
together, literally. And the high-low setup, again, it was rewarded last time. Does he get a reward here? A very patient beginning, maybe expecting some aggression from PRX. So FUT sitting in a very deep default.
Off the back of a timeout. Sensible. Judge and Hookah.
Nasty.
But the double initiator with that raise is going to be able to sniff out a few of these situations.
You'd hope so. You'd hope so. You hope that protocol list is there. There we go. Wingman at least going to come in. That should either force him away or shows
the judge.
There we go. Now, does that shut down the attempt towards Hookah, or does it make them reassess how they
ขอ
want
เละๆได้ไหม
to approach this?
เป็น
Now
ไปเล็ก
giving a little bit more piece of the puzzle, right? They're starting to work out what's in
จะ
front.
ไปออกกำลังกายแล้วไอ้น้อง
Oh, a Dizzy
จั
could
ด
just
มันให้หนัก
crush this right now. Or a Haunt.
The Haunt
This
doesn't
is-
catch.
เอา
This
มึ
is
งเลี้ยวผิด
risky
ซอย
for
ละมึงเลี้ยวผิด
CNET
ซอย
right
ละ
now. With the fake Viper ulti up.
มึงเลี้ยวผิดซอยละซีเน็ต อุ้ย
Sees.
โดนละขา
It's good.
อุ้ยสวยละ
They don't know that nobody's behind him. They're afraid to peek.
โอ้มันไม่รู้
So
เว้ยเนี่ยว่าโดนละ
with
ขา
fire.
ไอ้สัตว์เอ้ย
But I'm also noting Divide. His positioning here,
จะ
creeping
ได้ครับ
through from
เอ้ยแล้ว
Showers.
อันติอะไร
Might
อ่ะ
get
เย
the
ทูเจ
timing right. It's about him and CNET. When do they cross
เฮ้ยอัน
paths?
ติอย่าง
If
บ้า
they do. And
ส
Jing
วย
just
แล้ว
has
แล้ว
to
หลัง
keep
มาแล้วครับ
himself alive. Keep a bit of space on the site. The Prowler will reveal his position. The TP gets taken. Device crept closer. He's denied the rotation, and Jing's paint shell was on the
โอ้
money. The second glance and it works.
เรียบร้อย
And he
เละ
works
ๆเลย
very
เละ
patient
ๆเลย
and
เละ
he
ๆเลยครับ
diligence.
น้องจริงเก็บไป
Yeta
สาม
J, left to his own devices, surrounded on all fronts with
รู้
5
ตำแหน่งตัวท้าย
seconds.
เวลาหมด
The
แล้วครับ
spike is not in
อันติ
hand, and he knows this one's
อันติ
wraps.
อะไร
Get out of there, get out of danger. PRX shifting gear.
อันติไม่ดีเลย
We
อะ
credit them for their aggression, for their confidence, for their fast plays. But we've seen them just show real discipline, real
ไม่สบายมีแรงออก
patience in
หรอไม่
approach,
มัน
sitting
มัน
deep,
แค่ไอ
working what they had. Great
ไอ
timing on that push out from Divide as well.
เลี้ยวแรง
They
เลย
let
ก็สดชื่นปก
FUT
ตินะ
make the mistake
ไม่
again.
มีปัญหา
Ill-timed. They run out of time here. Tank this paint shells. Nope. Don't even get the spike planted. Afraid to go hookah because of the judge. Walking up, contact up along B. Can't find an opening. Gets tethered, haunted, everything.
ว้า
Funnel.
ว
I don't know what the idea was there for FUT. It was too slow.
Yeah, got caught just at the end. And then again, the aggression starting here. Taking control. Quite indicative that they found no resistance thus far, but there is a player keeping track of this. That is going to be Mr. Fallen. Waiting with the Editor J.
คือว่าบึงใช้ได้นานแล้ว
Dizzy very good here.
ถ้าใครเมาส์เร็วยิ่งใช้ได้นานเลย
Yeah, that reveals one.
You don't need it. Let's see Ned. He's still toying with it.
They have to fight for every step taken, it feels
นี่
like.
ดาวัยมันนักเลงจังวะ
But here, it should be CNED moving up off that info, having his teammates defend him to destroy this Prowler.
Oh, what a shot! And what a dodge!
Yes,
CNED takes away Jing, and now the crunch through the TP. They get the man back on cracks. Follow up. Just decimating three. A glimmer of hope shattered in a second.
ได้กลับบ้านแล้วล่ะ
And
ฟุ
now
ตเอ้
the
ย
cross going to be watched and controlled by something. Yedajay left
ได้
alone.
เวลากลับบ้านแล้วครับ
Again alone here. Spike
ได้
so
เวลาแล้วครับ
far away, and Divide
โอ้
quickly brought
แต่
back.
เข้าหัวนะดาวัยเข้าหัวนะ
That shorty is maybe the end of him. He's going to give it a damn good go.
ซื้อใหม่เลยครับ
In a dream,
ไม่สัก
two players to get past, and they're so close to each other. It would have to be nothing
Oi,
short
oi,
of
oi,
a
oi, oi.
miracle, and it almost
Yeah.
was. PRX, they live and
Yeah,
die by the sword, and they get
the
themselves
pair.
up towards 9. Josh, this is
บอก
looking
เลย
like
ถ้าแพ้
it's
เมื่อกี้อเล็ก
wrapped.
ทุบโต๊ะกระจุยอ่ะ
It's so weird seeing this shift.
Ui,
It's
tรง
like
นั้นกระ
a
จุย
second personality. You see CNED kind of moving up with this off. Where's that support? Where's the people to break the Prowlers? And then here it's just one by one they swing. It's so weird. You'd think like they would move up in
Yeah,
different
go-
positions
go-
together,
go-
but
go- go- go-
PRX again just moving so well together.
ถ้าให้เลือก
Having the
ใน
firing
ในช้อย
squads
พวก
kind
นี้
of
นะ
cutting the
เก้า
map
อี้
down,
เอา
moving
ตัดออกไปก่อน
together. Kill distribution is just
ไม่
on
ได้หมาย
point
ความ
for
ว่า
them
มันไม่
too.
สำคัญนะสำคัญ
And it looks
แต่
pacier
ถ้าเก้า
this
อี้
time
มึง
though.
ดีอ่ะ
It looks
แล้วคอม
quicker.
มึงแหลกอ่ะ
Showers crunch is what they wanted to go for.
มันก็เล่นไม่ได้ป่าวะ
But I'm looking at the positioning coming out from something. Do they check on
Huge
this?
tether.
Ah,
Jawnya
the Dizzy
อย่า
gonna
ไปอัพ
reveal it. He has to
ถ้า
take
ขอบ
the
ยั
TP
ง
as
กา
a quick way out, and the site looks vulnerable. Nice FUT going through that list well here. But hesitation might cost them that advantage they once had. Now you're going to see the molly coming in. Now you're going to see all the counter util, and you're right, that is in play, and it is going to be utilized. Mindfreak could get caught in this one. Jing still going to be doing the damage. Takes away CNED, gets a little closer, goes down. Mindfreak is weak, 10 HP, can't do the damage. And now numbers favorable towards FUT, should have the time on their side. This should be the gate shut on this round and this half at a 9-3.
คอมเอามาเป็นตัวหาเงินแล้วอย่างอื่นจะตามมาเองใช่ครับดูเหนื่อยเป็นตัวอย่างเลย
Cracks hears this as well.
ทุกวันนี้หาเงินในคอมนะ
One long crossfire.
They should have everything they need
ไม่ธร
here.
รมดาไม่ธรรมดาเลยคนนี้
Should be a slam dunk. Seal it. Cracks. Okay. Divide. He did well before, but this is very hard. They are isolated, but they swing together. Make sure it counts. 3 rounds, Josh. I don't know if it's enough. I want you to break down when we come back from this. If you feel that it's gonna be
Flying their way into that
กว่าจะหลับประมาณ
next round.
ตี 4กับตี 5
nice
เพราะว่ากินยา
setup
แก้ไอ
here,
ที่
but
มัน
the
ง่วง
timing might be off. Got caught with his
โอ้โห
pants down, and
ฟามิน
PRX
ถ้า
gonna
ไม่
walk
กินแล้วมึง
straight through
ยาว
shower. The Prowler
แล้ว
gonna
แฟดออก
connect
มา
the
ครับ
Dizzy
จังหวะ
gonna
นี้
confirm it, and the pace is just
วาง
unbelievable, but it's working.
โอ้โห
Look at this! They are just running
Mr.
them
Fantastic
down. The only one to fight back was out of
ดู
captain,
เป็
but
นเล็ก
the
มันเล่น
site
ดิ
is theirs.
แม่ง
Spike's
เล่น
already
เร็ว
down.
จัดอะ
And you're looking at Yedajay and CNED, the big man himself with the sheriff, but he's only got 4 kills so far. This hasn't been a big map for him. Forsaken, yes, barely breathing, but still alive with a gun in hand. Something. Yeah, a little tagged up, but still here. And the pain shot's good enough for something. But do they clear Forsaken diligently? CNED trying to take those steps, trying to get closer towards lamps. Spots out Mindfreak, but time is becoming an issue. They've got to get moving. Yeah, the J noted. And now they go, but look at the reposition from Forsaken. That's lovely, but it gets cleared. Another 1v1, but time, Josh, is ticking. Divide tries to play the game, and he does so well. Heartbreak from the outset. 10 found for PRX. Double digits off the rip.
CNED needs to go huge with this sheriff right now. Otherwise, PRX.
จีไวมากครับ
I don't know if there's much else to say about this right now. But we heard it from the coach, I believe, in the interview. It's like even if you guys lose 13-0, hold W keep holding W, and that's basically what they did. As soon as they, they get into that Viper orb, they one motion, through showers, take down Mr. Fallen, continue, not even stopping to set up the wingman for that plant, just hold W.
Man, it is a treat to watch them, you got to admit. The FUT on the receiving end, it's a hard game to witness.
ไอ้เมือกแม่งเข้าหน้าบินเลยสัตว์
pushed away from B-Long, PRX, just juggernauts running through this. At a captain, down a little low, you're looking at Cena, you're looking at a captain with those sheriffs. It's Yetajay to strike, but still cleared up so
ไอ้
quickly.
เหี้ยมันจ่ายของมันโดดมันอะไรไม่รู้อ่ะ
นั่งเก้าอี้มาลีอะครับเล่นไม่ถึงชั่วโมงปวดหลัง
5 up
แล้ว
long
เล่น
B,
เล่น
got that
งานไม่ได้
brimstone,
จริง
triple
ๆ
smokes,
เครื่อง
one
ห
down
มาย
at
สี่เหลี่ย
spawn,
มรักอา
elbow
บูม
hookah, and CNET jumping through
He
it.
ก็เคยเป็นครับ
I mean, his demise right now, PRX is just
ตอนแรกเก้าอี้พี่ก็เป็นชิ้นสุดท้ายที่
not
พี่อัป
much
เกรด
that
เหมือน
these
กัน
classics can do on the side of FUT,
ขอบคุณ
where we might be looking down the barrel of a 13 to 3.
พออัปเกรดมาครับ
Seems like he doesn't have
เมื่อก่อนนั่งเล่นชั่วโมงนึงอัปเกร
the
ดมาเหลือ
caliber
ครึ่ง
of
ชั่วโมง
teams we have here, the fact that this is an elimination, and we've had, as I said, a champions winner in the form of CNET on one side, a finalist in the other, of course, PRX falling short to EG in the end, but still, what a series that was.
ออกกำลังกาย
Oh, it won't make much difference now, mate, knife or
ออกกำลั
not.
งกายช่วยได้ครับ
Nah, he's
ผม
just going to go for the spike in the end.
From the way they've been shooting, they want to give that orb up to something, give him the thrash. I guess that's the logic behind that.
I mean, he was one away, so that's actually a fair assessment. Don't mind that. You're trying to play to the smallest margins, but Josh, the problem is the overarching impact of this is that
ก็คือไม่ให้อันติเขา
scoreline
คือเหตุผล
is
เดียวเลย
just
คือไม่ให้อันติ
monumental.
เขา เดี๋ยวเขาสโนว์บอลในราวนี้
Well, this is it, isn't it?
เดี๋ยวเขา
This
ส
is
โน
going
ว์บอล
to be
ราว
the
นี้
swan song of the entire run for FUT.
Judge on raise, that's going to be fast lamps control
เข้าใจได้
into his own paint shells
เดี๋ยว
right
ราวนี้
here.
Gotta
มันมีอันติ
say,
ก็ลำบาก
Jing,
เข้า
a
ไปอีก
master
โอ้
of this, and that's
no.
why. Just the buckshot to the brain of Yetajay. The upgrade found and
ตุ้ม
site
เดียวเลยครับน้อง
control
จริ
is
ง
theirs. As said, this could be the last real effort from FUT. If you're facing 12, it might be too steep of a climb, but for now the plant is in. And the timer now set for FUT to try and take back this site.
มาแล้วครับอันติ
Insult to injury with this thrash. How many does it get?
กัดหนึ่ง
One.
Oh, now they try and tighten the screws on the site itself. FUT, though, taking some good steps here. Something now makes his presence known, gets the upgrade and gets out, but they now know where he is. A nice little lineup there. Can't deny it. That is going to secure so much time.
อู้
And
เวลา
just bit by
ร้อน
bit,
เวลา
Mind Freak is playing to that clock, working away at FUT, chipping them down, and Cracks tries as best he can. Keeping them in this series.
ไอ้
Barely
แคคนิ่งอยู่ครับ
alive.
NT
Barely is the key word. The economy is just shattered. I don't even know if they can afford to purchase more Vandals here. It's going to be light shields, bulldogs. There's nothing else they can really do. PRX is just keeping the pressure on. And I mean, we see that from Jing. He gets the kill. It's a 5-on-4. He switches to the Vandal. He keeps holding W. But I mean, why not? Right now, with this lead, with this momentum, with this confidence, keep going for it. You have the rounds to play with to do these things and really just crush FUT. At a certain time, 11-7, 11-8, maybe that's when you get down to business. But right now, 7-round lead. Why not?
Keep it going. They'll set up here. Yeah, Jing knew it too. He's out of there. Forsaken overwatching to see if they try and re-clear that space, but a good start here for PRX, just testing the waters.
This defensive setup for FUT's making me nervous. The one-person spotting towards Hookah and the jiggle towards Long
อุ้ย
B.
อุ้ยเห็น
Captain's at least got full shield.
สวย
The headhunter
ไปให้
himself
มันเห็นโอ้
something.
กล้ามเสือกใหญ่
Taking
โอ้
away at a
เป็นบีม
captain.
สโตนนี่มันเฮี้ยจริงๆครับ
Falling all alone, and the wingman will, if not with
ไอ้เหี้ย
Dizzy.
ตัวละครดิฟว่ะ
Good response. Cena,'s quick to
กล้าม
it.
ใหญ่ฮะ
Help him out.
But they're starting to second guess. He backed away for a second now.
Ôi,
Mr.
Jing.
Fallen screwed. He was all alone.
Ê,
Cena
mình xin
has
vậy
to
bảo.
make up for that little bit of a mistake, that little hesitation. But now he's got no security. Has to fall away to CT and give up the site.
Bring them down. Spike planted. We found one. I'll find you.
The wrap towards Hookah. Cena's going to take down Mind Freak. That's huge. Cena starting to clear house.
โดน
Forsaken though in a
รีคอนเนี่ย
1v3 position. unconsidered thus far. Can he clutch up and get them to 12? I wasn't clean on the first. And CNED thriving
ชุดแรก
there.
กระสุนไม่โดน
Moved
เฉ
away
ย
for a second. Left Mr. Fall interrupt, but he came back at the right time.
Big round for CNET at
ชุดแรกกระสุน
4K.
ว้าว
Round by round, FUT needs to do this. PRX still in a really comfortable lead.
Yep.
Maybe having to do a low econ buy here, let another round slip into the favor of FUT, but I don't think they have to get a little bit nervous. I think this round, if you're going to use any to highlight the differences in teamwork between PRX and FUT, it's right here. We see how this player gets this kill in hookah. He's driving it back out. No Viper wall to come up early enough for him to be able to go. First of all, it was a split into a 2A, 2B setup. CNET doesn't even follow through to help him away. Still, they end up with the round.
It's all stingers, all light shields. And why do I feel it might work? Jing's still alive, so I still hold my breath. But for now, it's an effective trade in favor to FUT. They keep the man advantage, they keep control, and they've seen a lot.
The reposition as well from FUT. Getting into long B, CNET as well. Moving over, jump spotting for that hookah angle, and the passive retake setup from Cracks on A Heaven right now. Really understanding exactly the only win conditions for PRX right now. That showstopper is also going to be in play, though.
That's Pixel spotted. Had a captain going to keep his head down. And here comes the problem. Here comes the danger man, Jing. Didn't check Octagon, but sends it towards CT and gets a trade.
มึงบ้าดิวะ
But out of captain. Safe pair of
ซีเน็ต
hands
แม่ง
there.
มายืนวัด
That's
อ่ะ
another step. It's an arduous road, Josh. This is going to be a
โคตรเคซี่เลย
slog
ว่ะ
if they want
CNET
to try and bring this back. The purchase now going to come up here for PRX. They've got rounds to play with, but they need time out here before it gets too close. Keep them back in line. Give them that plan to move forward with.
11-7, 11-8, those are kind of where you're hitting that red line of this is getting a little bit too uncomfortable considering where we were, where we came from. FUT still needing to play almost perfect at this moment, and I don't think they're quite there yet. They're winning the rounds, and it's not though off of good decision making really, it's off of the back of big heroic plays. So CNET getting that 4K in the previous round, getting that kill right before he dies to the showstopper here out of captain playing in the smokes. But what I don't like, what they did there with the 3B retake A, perfect. That's good. You're against stingers, you understand what's going on, you're doing this double stack. But these other rounds, they're playing 2A, 2B. What are you gonna do when you're against 3 or 4 PRX members and you only have 2 to defend right now? So FUT, they're kind of there, but there's still a way for them to slip. And PRX is just, they have 11 already. If FUT slips one time, that's overtime secured for PRX. There's not enough rounds to play with. They need to be absolutely perfect and not only that, like, they're not even close to perfect right now.
ไอ้เหี้ย
FC กูเยอะดีว่ะ
But it could happen.
กูอะมีหูมีตาทุกที่เฮีย
It could happen. This would be really
ทำ
weird
อะไรก็
because
ระวัง
normally
หน่อย
Vines is an attack-sided map, and
Yeah.
these are great compositions to be attack-sided. We
Great
see
คนไหน
attack-sided teams as
and
well.
that too.
I mean,
ตอนนี้เป็นคนไหน
strange
เพื่อน
things have happened.
ไหนกูไม่ทำอะไรเฮียเลย
One away from
เดี๋
the
ยวกูหา
Fish
แบบ
one away
เดี๋ยวกู
from
หาให้
Viper
แบบ
Split. We've got a lot coming up for FUT, but they don't have rounds to play with, as we highlighted. This is very much back to the wall bow. Similar scenes
มีแค่
to
300 คนเดียว
PRX,
ครับ
they should have a snowball round
วัน
soon
นี้เป็นไง
enough. We are seeing the
ถูกใจ
operator
โมปอน
coming
ไหม
out for CNED.
ไหนดูสิ
Deep showers line is going to help alleviate some pressure for the defense.
ปากชมพูชมพูอ่ะ
Spotting short A, ready to dip into
แต่
showers
ว่า
to
ใจ
help
ได้
CNED or
กา
just defend against that A site. And
เขามีแฟนแล้วนี่คนเนี้ย
เขามีแฟนแล้วอีก
Captain already shifting over to
Louis.
A.
ดูดิ
That is not the opening you
ปก
want.
ติมอนไม่สน
Oh,
นี่
that's
มี
an
แฟนอ่ะ
issue. That is a big
But it's all
problem,
family.
actually.
Oh.
And I wonder how FUT tried to respond to this, because PRX now, with a very early
Ade.
advantage above a minute,
อย่างนั้นแหละเพื่อน
taking map control. They haven't given up much on the rest of
Bloody
the
hell, lucky boy.
other side of the map either.
CNET shifting back over to this Lamps here to watch short A deep. Instead of having that showers line, that Viper wall going up would block his sight line. So good reposition.
CNED, what do you do with this?
They understand right now. Nothing's happened
Yeah,
towards
man,
B yet. It's going to be
what's
A.
Having to respect it. Has to back away deeper towards site, looking for a readjust towards maybe Tri-Box. Cracks is in towards shower, so that's still a big factor here. They all going to come down to deny the plant.
30 seconds and Yedajay's positioned if where that TP comes.
Wingman doing his job as best he can, gets denied again. Now the nightfall, now CNED strikes. Jing gonna answer back in kind. Man
เวลา
advantage now with PRX, but
เวลา
Greg's position could be huge. As can be said for
ลำบากแล้วครับ
Yellow J, but Mind Freak's watching it. Mind Freak wins, and now the
โอ้โห
problems
ได้วาง
begin. A 2v4. This is going to be everything. Jing takes away out of
แม่ง
captain.
ยังได้วาง
And
ไอ้เหี้ย
Cracks
แบบโดน
left to
ขนาด
rock
เนี้
to
ย
the end of this
เมื่อกี้ดูดิ
12. Calling and
โอ้โหเปเปอร์เล็ก
answered by Jing.
สกิลส่วนตัวแม่ง
After the
สูงทุกคน
timeout,
เลยว่ะ
get the job done
ถ้ามันแบบ
up to
คง
12.
ฟอร์มของมันอะ
Match point, and Foot's
Main
been
top
feeling
3
this pressure all game. That's 7-0 down to start off this map. CNED, he moved from showers because his teammate's Viper wall would cut off his vision if needed at B.
แม่ใคร
Moves over to
เล่นกับ
lamps.
OB
The enemy Viper
Hold on.
wall is right there.
3 คน
Loses that
Hey,
vision
Kona.
that way. Needs to have a better position. I like the reposition. Wait for them to rotate back from B to short A. You get that line on
มี
them.
เพื่อนคุยละ
But
อเล็ก
maybe it
มี
needs
เพื่อน
to be
คุยละ
from like on top of truck, in front of the truck, something like that. Gets a kill, is able to pivot away.
Alex,
Right
you
there, he
okay,
loses that sight line. Sure, he uses the paint shells and the boom bot just
So
to
little
stall,
to
buy
work
some
with.
time,
You
but
okay,
the 20 seconds on those brim smokes,
Ain't
it's
happening.
not
แล้วมึง
enough.
จะไปกี่โมงอะ
6 rounds in a row is what Foot
Bye,
needs.
boy.
PRX,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just need one
Good.
round here. They have economy.
Yes.
They can do another buy round if they lose this,
Good.
and they're so close to getting so many different
เอา
ultimates
รถไปติดไง
online.
เพื่อน
Yeah, just so if you're playing along at home, one away from something's ult, so the fish ult would be there. One away from the Viper's pit. It's only 3 off for Jing as well. I mean, and that's not a million
Yep.
miles away
2-0
from
เร็ว
him.
ๆเลยฮะ
And 2 away from the orbital strike. You're right.
But one of the things I noticed last
โคตร
round as
ชิ
well
ล
was
อ่ะ
that
สอง
Jing
คือแบบ
was
ชิ
actually the one to
ล
take up the orb at long B. I don't remember if it was last round or the round before that, but that to me signifies that they're in it for the long haul because he was down to like he was at 1 ultimate orb when he went for it, so it got him to
Investing on
2.
him, yeah.
So they're thinking about just mass ultimates unloading at the same time. And right now, I mean,
อะไรวะ
PRX they
สาว
can
น้อยได้
still
ยินอะไรวะ
gamble with a couple rounds
Maybe
here where
they
they
have
don't use
that, right?
ultimates and then just dump 4 at the same time, but need to use theirs off cooldown.
And welcome to the pace. Instantly off the rip, we're going to have a Nightfall over towards B and a quick take through towards Shower. Hell, it looks like the pistol round all over again. And they have no idea. Caught completely unawares and PRX just making it hurt now. Foot down to Mr. Fallen and Yellow J to try and save the day, to keep them standing and breathing. But they have to give up the sight. Detained. He backs away. But what do you do in this? A 2v3. And you're so far from the site.
จีจีครับ
They have that wingman, they
สู้
have
ไม่
that
ได้
Viper's pit. If they're able to get into the back of the site, pop that Viper's pit, get the wingman on the site, use that Dizzy probably to get them the space. Thrash is invested instead.
ง่วงนอนปะ
They're trying everything. Kitchen sink included. Sends it in.
Ui, ow.
Does
Caught
catch
him.
his target. Does get a man. They need to deal with him quickly
They know, though.
They've got to spam it and they're trying something, trying to evade. He's gotten down.
Oh,
2v2.
they make it up.
Time is now of the essence. They cannot
Ollie?
miss
Oh.
here. And Mind Freak is hitting everything.
ดู
PRX
เยลอนยิงดิ
being the force of nature we know they can be. Staying alive here. And sending Foot all the way
ไม่มีคนใส่เสื้อลาย
home.
ติ๊บจากกันนะครับก็ใครที่ชอบคลิปนะฝากกดไลค์นะครับกด Subscribe นะครับผมก็จะได้เป็นกำลังใจในการทำคลิปต่อๆไปนะครับขอบคุณมากครับ